Shake and move.
Rapid rehydration.
Ready, Day?
Let's do this, Ryan.
Plus a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes.
Game day.
So you learn quick.
Watch out.
You rehydrate well, too.
Gatorlyte. Rapid rehydration. All G.
The drive for the GHSA state title is presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Transform your future today.
Welcome back, everybody. Our drive for the GHSA state title about to kick things off between Buford and North Cobb. But first, the coin toss here presented by Score Atlanta as you see the rain coming down.
Oh, my goodness.
Although moments ago with our coin toss presented by Score Atlanta, we'll give you a look at this and let you see how that went down there a moment ago. Obviously, the Buford Wolves are going to kick off. North Cobb going to receive. There you go. Coin toss presented by Score Atlanta. Nice handshake between these two teams. Great respect that both these programs have for each other. We saw Shane Queen and Coach Appling being interviewed a moment ago by Kaylee Manziel. Two coaches that respect each other very well, too. Similar mindsets, kind of that willingness to play anybody, anywhere, anytime. They love big games. They rarely get bigger than this, though, on a Friday night as Buford kicks it off and a flag goes down. And in the rain here from Tom Wrighton Stadium, we'll get ready to do all over again. Glad to have you along with Rusty Manziel home the booth with me. My name's Brandon Adams. We'll talk to you about high school football here for the next few hours.
On the kicking team, 5-yard penalty, free kick.
Of course, our game officials brought to you by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. You see Greg Hogle, the referee, along with a great staff that includes Jerry Bush, Keith Butts, Benny Hickman, Mark Wilson, that's a part of the officiating crew, Bill Goldring, Adam Causey, Jarrett Jordan, and David Kosovich, all on hand here this evening to help keep these two teams controlled and orderly, and we expect it to be a great game. And after a little bit of a hiccup before, now we're underway. Game one of our drive for the GHSA state title. Two teams with championship aspirations get us going here on Peachtree TV. Big kick return across the 30-yard line, and a big hit brings it down. And with that, the Warriors will go on offense.
Brandon, big game energy, man. You can feel it.
Yeah, you can.
Right here, Buford crowd, North Cobb. These two teams know each other well. Like you said, the series is 1-1. In the last 2 years, this is big boy football.
And you'll notice this, you can see this very easily on the screen in front of you. There's a lot of rain coming down. It's a little bit of a sideways rain. This kind of bubbled up here within the last 10 to 15 minutes, just kind of prior to kickoff. So this is raining hard enough to be a factor here right now. These are two teams that want to run the ball a good bit anyway, but it's raining hard enough right now to be a factor. As you see Malachi Singleton, the Arkansas committed quarterback. That's a running play to get things going there on first down, crossing the 35, getting up to the 37 and a gain of 6. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. We'll check our starting lineups here, brought to you by Personal Touch Lawn Care. And, of course, for North Cobb, keep your eye on the right side of that offensive line. You see Grigsby there. That's R.J. Grigsby. That's a UNC commit there along the offensive line. One of the running backs we'll see a lot tonight, Ben Hall, on his way to Michigan. And Xavier Jackson, a little bit of a new look wide receiving core for North Cobb, but Jackson had a big catch 2 weeks ago in the big win for North Cobb against Westlake, so he's one to watch here tonight. Flag going to come in again. There was a little bit of movement along the line of scrimmage.
False start. Offense.
A lot of movement up front. Buford showed them a few things. One thing Buford was concerned with, the size of the North Cobb offensive line. This is the biggest offensive line they faced this year, and that includes Thompson from Alabama.
So there you go on that. Of course, as Rusty said, Buford already a winner twice this season against both teams from out of state. National power, certainly regional power, Thompson from Alabama, and then Mallard Creek from North Carolina last week. As this rain is coming down hard on what is a 2nd 9, and Singleton going to go straight ahead. We'll see him run a lot, although he didn't get much on that, and that brings up 3rd down. And with that, we'll check our starting lineups here for North Cobb defensively. Once again, brought to you by Personal Touch Lawn Care. For these Buford Wolves, obviously keep your eye on Edric Houston. That's a great edge rusher, 5-star prospect. Coming with the pass rush tonight, Jaden Perlotti, I should say, is a 4-star linebacker. We'll call his name tonight a lot. And in the back end of that defense, another 5-star. Stop me if you've heard that before. K.J. Bolden from the class of 2024. Talent all over the field for the Wolves. And they're going to try to make it happen here on 3rd and 7. Singleton will throw. Got a man out there. Ooh. Not able to connect with its intended receiver. That's Xavier Jackson. Yep. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they go one-on-one here at the bottom of the screen. Good protection. Allows Singleton to step into it. just a little. Look how wet the ball is as it comes by. That's the passing game right now, Brandon, is going to be a big-time factor. But like you said a while ago, both teams want to smash mouth run the football.
Yeah, when we saw North Cobb on TV a year ago, that's throwing the ball to Denylon Morris.
Yes.
That's getting Sam McBake involved,
Yes.
you know, wide receivers that went on to the SEC. This is a little bit different kind of makeup for this North Cobb team here this year. A little bit of a low punt, but it takes a Warrior bounce inside the 25-yard line, so that'll do the job here in terms of setting up the Warriors defense for decent field position, and that'll give us our chance to see Buford on offense for the first time tonight.
A lot of people, Brandon, I've been doing this. We've been doing this together now 2 years. This is the most people's ever reached out to me for a link to a game all around the country, all kind of Arkansas fans, Michigan fans with Ben Hall, Alabama fans tuning in tonight with Justice Haynes. I mean, everybody around the country is watching this game tonight.
Dylan Whitkey is the quarterback for Buford. That's a 3-star prospect. They commit to Virginia Tech. So this is a guy that I think they've been pretty comfortable with here thus far this year. And you'll see why here in a moment. You see White go in motion. That's Tyshawn White, the wide receiver. And on the first carry of the game, it's Justice Haynes, although he's wrapped up from behind and crosses the 25-yard line. May have gotten a couple there.
This is what he'll do. You'll get these two, you know, it's kind of 2 or 3 yard gains like this, and the next thing you know, he gets 70 on you because he'll run through an arm tackle. He will lull you to sleep, and let me tell you right now, this kid's got top end speed. He breaks one seam, it's 6.
A lot of these Buford players will play both ways. There's a chance we may see Justice Haynes at safety tonight for a moment if the game requires that. It's a pitch to Haynes this time. He gets some blocking, kind of cut back towards the right side, finding his way up the middle, across the 30. About 3 or so more there for Haynes, so patient runner this far.
Old school power, just pitch it to him. Get downhill, pull the tackles, try to get out in front of him and let him do the rest. You see that. He'll 3 and 4 yard you to death.
We're 3rd and 2 here now after 2 consecutive carries to begin the game for Haynes, the Alabama commit. You know the story, many of you do. His father, Veron Haynes, legacy running back at the University of Georgia, a hero of a very memorable Georgia game in 2001, the game known as the Hobnail Boot. Here is quarterback Wiggler going to run it himself. And he's going to get first down yardage there. So Dylan Whitkey choosing to call his own number, and that works out well.
They go same play, but they go quarterback power this time into the boundary, and they just get body on body. Watch this, same formation, block down, kick out, 56 pulls, and then run the quarterback power for the first down.
How dangerous is that when you have to be aware of where Haynes is at all times, and obviously that leaves you vulnerable somewhere else.
Same thing with Malachi Singleton.
That's right.
North Cobb will run that formation a lot, but they showed the same formation this time, used Justice Haynes as the lead blocker, ran quarterback power for the first down.
Keep in mind with this North Cobb defense, they had a big stand late to preserve the win against Westlake, so they've already played well thus far this season. Running play this time, a chance to get another running back involved in the action. How about Traylon Maddox there? That's a junior already with 7 offers, and he gets a chance to carry the football.
Brandon, I came to watch Buford practice about 3 weeks ago. I kid you not. 11 running backs doing drill.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like an NFL preseason, like who's getting cut? 11 running backs doing drills at Buford.
And virtually all of them have college offers. Young guys, college offers.
I'm telling you, man, they got some freshmen that have offers.
Sort of feels like we're doing the Elite Junior Classic or something like that in a situation like this.
Crazy.
2nd 5 now. Handoff once again, crossing midfield. First down yardage again for Maddox, so he provides a nice change of pace for the Wolves on the ground.
And he hits a hole quick, doesn't he? North Cobb blitzes off the bottom side of the screen right here. You'll see him come off the edge, leaves the numbers up top. And Maddox just bulls through there for a first down. And oh, by the way, in comes Edric Houston, a 5-star tight end, defensive lineman. In comes Justice Haynes, a 5-star running back.
And listen, one of the things that Brian Appling will tell you is he likes his tight ends. They're going to play Houston some of that tight end position, and he likes his tight ends for what they can do for this offense. Seems like Buford always has a very good tight end, and obviously this year's crop no different. Hand up the middle again. This time Justice Haynes finds a burst. More first down yardage. And the Wolves are feasting on the ground.
Well, this is right in their breadbasket right here. If they can run power like this for 7, 8, 9 a pop, it's going to be a long night for North Cobb. And I'll tell you this is no secret. North Cobb knew what was coming all week. You have to have physical practices, and you got to get off blocks, or Buford will suffocate you just like this. They'll run the clock, and they'll drive for touchdowns.
We saw Justice Haynes a year ago at Blessed Trinity. very successful program in the Atlanta area where commonly he might get more than 30 carries. We don't expect him to get 30 or more carries too much in this Buford offense this year, just because they do have the ability to spread the wealth around. Although with Haynes, any chance you get to give him the football is a chance for a touchdown, including right now from 41 yards out. Justice Haynes finds the end zone.
Brandon, he makes this play on his own because it was designed to go to the right. I want you to watch him see this with a vision. You'll see the lights here. No, that's not lightning. Watch him cut right here, right there, and he's gone. Broke one arm tackle, back to the sideline, and that is a different speed on a 200-pound-plus running back. That's why, in my opinion, this is the #1 running back in the country this year for this class.
Yeah, I think sometimes, and you see a little bit of a muddle huddle for Buford, going to try to get the two-point conversion. Trying to catch North Cobb napping. May have caught us all napping here a bit, and that's going to be a 2-point there for Buford. So the Justice Haynes touchdown from 41 yards out, followed up by a 2-point conversion, and just like that, the Wolves happy at home. They lead 8-0.
Back again, huh? You must love losing.
You're buying the next one.
You gotta win one first.
Okay.
Mix and match your two favorites for $3.29 at any size soft drink for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Powering tomorrow starts today. That's why Georgia Power is investing in a more reliable power grid with a balanced mix of hydro, solar, and nuclear energy to deliver the carbon-free energy you need when you need it most. Georgia Power. Powering tomorrow today.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl, Papa John's.
What's it like having Xfinity Internet with supersonic Wi-Fi? It's fast, like beyond gig speed fast. With 3 times the bandwidth and the power to connect hundreds of devices at once.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for just $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile. Switch today.
Back again, huh? You must love losing.
You're buying the next one.
You gotta win one first.
Okay.
Mix and match your two favorites for $3.29 at any size soft drink for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 613, Atlanta's Electricians. Smart Local 85, get your sheet together. Breda Pest Management, the official pest control of Atlanta. Kroger, Boost by Kroger Plus, more savings, more benefits, a new level of membership. And by Sports Turf, you bring the vision, we'll bring it to life.
All right, back here live, Tom Ryden Stadium in Buford, where we have a little bit of a scoring correction to give you. So while we were in the break, Buford on the previous play had gone for 2, kind of tried to catch North Cobb off guard, got the 2-point conversion, but then the official stepped in and called a procedural penalty against Buford, which obviously erased that play. And after the penalty, Buford elected to go for the PAT during the commercial intervention there. So we're at 7-0 now, so a little bit of a scoring correction for you there. Wolves taking the PAT to go up 7-0. Mario Ventura providing that. He'll come back and kick it here now. That's going to be returnable by an up man there at the 15-yard line. And 30, 35, 40 on the move is David Badingo. Badingo, we're going to see him at running back today. And Badingo right there got a nice kick return to get the Warriors into Wolves territory.
Yeah, great job, and North Cobb loves this, creating positive plays like this. Medinga's a kid I saw as a freshman at Kell, comes back to North Cobb, finishes up. Seems like he's been in school 10 years, but he's a senior now, big part of this offense.
Got some college offers early in his career. He got attention from schools like Kansas State and Michigan State. Now he's a part of a very deep backfield for these North Cobb Warriors. By the way, scoring summary here brought to you by Breda Pest Management. 7 plays, 76 yards, 3:35 off the clock before the Justice Haynes score. Appreciate Breda Pest Management bringing that to us. And speaking of big-time Power 5 running back commits, another chance for us to see Ben Hall on his way to Michigan. Pivotal in the win 2 weeks ago for North Cobb against Westlake. And you better believe they're going to lean on him on a wet night like this.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to run downhill at Buford, too. I mean, this is old school. You can come from the spread, but both teams want to run the football. And you see the size of that Arkansas commit and that Michigan commit standing side by side right there for North Cobb.
However, Brian Appling likes his defensive line, including his nose man. As you see Singleton on the run, going to have to hurry to get rid of it and just tosses it away.
I didn't get to the line of scrimmage, I don't think. I think they're going to.
Athletically, it's amazing that he even got, whether it was a legal pass or not, athletically, it's amazing that he even got rid of it.
That's what makes him so dangerous. I mean, every single play, you have to hold your breath and account for Malachi Singleton.
Well, Brian Appling, the Buford coach, was very honest this week. He's a no-nonsense guy. I mean, he looked us straight in the eye and said, Singleton gets us nervous. We have to be very well aware of him.
Yep.
And you're talking about 5-star edge rusher and things like that on this Buford defense, and yet they're still wanting to account for Singleton literally on every play. 3rd and 9 now after the pass pressure a moment ago, setting up a screen and hit hard and brought down. David Eziomi was the recipient of the screenplay, but there to deliver a big blow was KJ Bolden, and also the linebacker Jordan Prelati comes in on that one there too.
Man, this 4-star sophomore linebacker, 43 right here. He has offers from a lot of schools early on. He's a 4-star already on 24/7 Sports, top 100 player in the country for his class. Oh, by the way, Brandon, sophomore.
Amazing. So Prelati, big hit right there. Yeah, I believe Georgia's offered Prelati this far?
Yes. Great identification there to read that screen and close it down for no gain.
So big play defensively to get off the field, already up 7-0, and the Wolves defense feeds off that. Clock stops here.
Delay of game. Offense, 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
Good look there at Coach Appling with the rain gear on.
So came over a couple weeks ago, coached a high school team for about 2.5 hours. It was about 140 degrees. He leaves there to go coach his son, the junior Pee Wee team.
That's great.
So he's double dipping this season.
That's great. We know how much this Buford community loves its football all the way down. Little bit of a short punt here.
Yep.
And Shane Queen said, hey, listen, our punting right now is still a work in progress. They may try multiple guys at that spot here tonight. They're still trying to figure some of that out. And you see an example of that right there.
Yep, and that's you cannot have that. You're playing field position against a team like Buford.
Yes, so much about coming into this stadium, taking on this team that's won so many state championships. It's about weathering that storm. And in this case, I mean that figuratively, not literally, because it's obviously raining very hard. But weathering that storm and, still being in this game after the first 12 minutes.
Yep.
Handoff.
Good job there.
Cutting back, 44-yard line. Buford very successful on the ground. That's the first time tonight for us to see Justin Baker, the sophomore running back.
He's got offers.
Yeah.
He was a freshman, Adidas All-American. So, oh, by the way, the 3rd string running back right now has got P5 offers, and he's 3rd string.
SEC top attention already. It's amazing to see, and it's a great night to have great backs.
2025 class at Buford, deep.
And, for a team like Buford, ranked number 1 in 7A, this is not as senior-laden of a team as you might think it would be, which is terrible news, obviously, for would-be competitors to Buford. And by the way, speaking of this Buford team, let's check the starting lineups here, brought to you by Personal Touch Lawn Care. Keep your eye on the left side of that offensive line. That's where Paul Mbenga is. That's a commitment to LSU on the left side of that offensive line for the Wolves. KJ Bolden, we've told you about. That's a consensus 5-star athlete, a great defensive back, also a very dangerous wide receiver. We'll see him in some jet sweep type situations tonight. He'll carry the football some in that regard. And, of course, Justice Haynes, you've seen him a lot already with a touchdown.
KJ Bolden, it's a bomb screen right there. This bunch set, he's on the bottom right here. Just came in the game right here. See if they get it to him in motion maybe.
Yeah, let's watch this. A little bit of a high snap. Whitkey just going to have to take it straight ahead. That may have been the intended play the entire time, although he seemed to be somewhat caught off guard by that snap.
So it's going to be 4th and 1.
We'll see our starting lineups quickly while we have a chance for the North Cobb Warriors on defense. Once again, presented by Personal Touch Lawn Care. And look, you've got college prospects along the defensive line there for North Cobb. Dylan Mann's got a Maryland offer. Brian Graham, the defensive lineman as well. He's got a Stetson offer. You've got Quentin Angiero as well. That's a cornerback committed to Duke. He is injured. We may not see him tonight, so keep in mind that's a big-time Power 5 guy in the back of this North Cobb defense. We're not sure if we're going to see. And live action on 4th down, there is Justice Haynes. And he's going to go down the sideline again. 2nd touchdown of the night. This one from 51 yards out, and it comes on 4th down.
I'm telling you, man, if you miss him in small area, it costs you 6. Watch this. They stack the box. Good job blocking. Watch this. The safety overruns that, and when he cuts back, it's too late. You're looking at the back of his jersey. Again, I don't rank him. I don't make the rankings anymore, but I can tell you in my experience, that's the #1 running back in the country, and he's done nothing to tell me he's not the first 3 weeks at Buford.
All right, I want to watch this PAT because last time Buford went for 2, but I want to ask you a question about Haynes after we get a chance to see this.
Unfortunately, on the defense, half the distance to the goal, still playing on time down.
So North Cobb may be anticipating something could have been up with Buford again. Gets them a little antsy, they jump, and so now Buford, who showed a tendency to want to go for 2 the first time, now facing a shorter situation here. Okay, they're going to decline it and just keep the regular PAT situation going, which will give Mario Ventura a chance to come on and get his 2nd PAT of the night. Hold is down, kick is away, and it's good, and just like that, 14-0. It's actually Mateo Barrio that gave you the PAT for Buford. So we'll take a break. It's 14-0 Buford. Looking good here on a Friday night on Peachtree TV.
SMART is sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation.
We fabricate and install HVAC systems, ductwork.
You can't just go to Home Depot and buy our product. You have to build our product.
If you can dream it, we can build it. That's our motto.
Our sheet metal workers are really proud of that work. They want to look back and go to a Falcons game with their family and point up to show what they did.
I've used R.S. Andrews 15 years, purchased 2 heating and air systems, so I rely on their technicians for service. I call, they come, it's fixed. And I appreciate Andrews' commitment. He gives it his all. That's how R.S. Andrews makes me smile.
Yikey wawa! Running out of hot water is one way your water heater cries out for help. Call R.S. Andrews. Get a water heater rejuvenation. Your water heater gets added life, you get more hot water. Another way R.S. Andrews makes you smile today.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt. I got it, Mom. It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future, every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Hendrick.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 613, Atlanta's Electricians. Smart Local 85, get your sheet together. Breda Pest Management, the official pest control of Atlanta. Kroger, Boost by Kroger Plus. More savings, more benefits, a new level of membership. And by Sports Turf. You bring the vision, we'll bring it to life.
It is our drive for the GHSA state title here live at Buford High School, and the Wolves lead 14-0 over North Cobb right now. It's a battle of number 1 versus number 4. Great game, and Buford has looked great in it here thus far this evening. And, of course, throughout the night, not only will you be watching our game, but you'll be following the Breda Pest Management High School score ticker that's going to be at the bottom of your screen there, too. It's a great night of action across the state. Big rivalry game. Warner Robins, Northside taking on each other. Short kick here for Buford. Get a Carrollton Rome score that I know we'll be following all night long. So rivalry game coming out of Clark County with Prince Avenue taking on Athens Academy. So we got some fun scores we'll be watching all night here.
Yeah, we got Carrollton 13, Rome 6 late in the first half. Juju Lewis, 2 touchdown passes. Reese Fountain comes back, drops a 50-yarder on Carrollton. Another game we're keeping up with.
Yeah, we'll be watching that all night long. Appreciate our friends at Breda Pest Management helping us do that. And by the way, speaking of Breda, how about a scoring summary here? Once again, Justice Haynes, second touchdown of the night for him. They've both been 40-plus yard runs. This scoring drive, though, 60 yards on 4 plays, 2 minutes, 6 seconds of clock time. And you see the rain continuing to come down there. But that has not been to the ill effect of Buford here thus far. A Breda Pest Management scoring summary. So North Cobb goes back on the field, needing something good to happen. Quarterback that can make it happen is Malachi Singleton. And you'll see him with the back off to his right. Singleton looking to throw. Single coverage. Got his man out there. Diving catch. Did he hold on to it? No signal yet. Yes, he did. Big time catch by Xavier Jackson.
And we got a flag down back here. Unsportsmanlike on North Cobb.
Uh-oh.
Man. Oh, that'll kill you. What a catch, though. Oh, my goodness, what a catch.
I'm guessing Shane Queen won't be too happy of losing 15 yards after this play is over with.
Brandon, we go back to the series before. A bad punt.
Yeah.
Field position. You cannot play short field with Buford.
And this is one of the things that Shane Queen's been pretty open with talking to media about, including ourselves, is that in some of the big games they played, he feels like miscues over the years have kind of cost their team chance to win.
On the offense. 15-yard penalty.
That right there is a. They wanted to test the Buford corner.
Yeah.
You know, listen, you got to pick your poison with this team, but they wanted to test the Buford corners, and you see so far they've taken 2 shots, and both times they were on behind them.
Yeah, Jackson has had single coverage twice, had a chance to catch earlier in the game, got the catch there. It's going to move back. And what's funny, within the game here, Brian Appling told us this week, he's actually really happy with his defensive secondary right now.
Yes.
Guys like Isaiah Bond and others no longer here.
Yes.
And so he praised guys like, say, Kobe Blackwell, who we'll see a lot.
Yep.
He feels like his secondary is actually coming along pretty well. Benjamin Hall getting a chance to carry the football again.
Man,
And the ball came loose, and it just flew straight up in the air, and Buford thinks it has it. Is that a wet football on a rainy night? Because it just flew right up in the air, and the Wolves have...
Are they calling it down?
Are they going to say that it's down? Because that was not the initial indication, although you had plenty of volunteer referees in the Buford sideline that thought it was a fumble. So let's see it here again.
Comes in and hits right.
Yep, he's still up.
Number 2. Cole Taylor. Watch 2 come in right here. Watch Cole Taylor rip this ball. Look at that.
Yep.
Man, what a play.
Look how high that football went into the air.
That ball shot straight up. I've never seen one do that.
And it's funny to watch Hall, who's like the most helpless guy in the world, because the ball's wrestled away from him, and he's laying on the ground hoping the ball will fall back into his hands again. And you see Buford bring out the turnover prop. How about the championship belt? As an old fan of 1980s wrestling, you better believe that.
Hey, I got lost in YouTube yesterday. I'm Austin Idol.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Abdul the Butcher.
I know all about that.
I know Shane where I was yesterday for a little while.
I know all about that.
65 there, committed to LSU. Paul Mabinga.
Yeah.
This is a young man that's only played football 3 years. When I came up here 2 years ago to watch him play Cedar Grove, they're like, this is the next guy. He couldn't even get in a stance, basically. But look at his frame. That is a grown man going to LSU.
I'm laughing, though, because we've been on the air here for a few minutes, and we're only just now getting to a left tackle committed to LSU. I mean,
like, oh, by the way. Yeah.
By the way, let's check the Buford schedule here, brought to you by Rough Draft. So they've made a big national name for themselves. They're ranked like number 3 in some of the polls right now nationally. Thompson, one of the most powerful teams in the region the last couple of years, 38-7, Buford beats them. Mallard Creek last week out of North Carolina, 56-7. It's a tough schedule after North Cobb. Obviously, Carver, we know all about that. Marietta, Collins Hill, that's a game that people are going to be circled because Collins Hill's the reigning 7A champ. And obviously Buford now in 7A. And then the week after that, how about Caleb Downs in Mill Creek, the good friend of Justice Haynes? And
oh, man, I asked him, too. I said, look, y'all are committed to the same school, but in a couple of weeks, y'all going to meet each other downhill in the alley. And Justice Haynes said, I'm going to knock him out, and Caleb Downs said, I'm going to show you who I am.
Yeah, listen, I think that's what you'd expect for these great competitors to say. And how about the start to the year for the amazing safety out of Mill Creek? Amazing for Caleb Downs.
I mean, I did a segment today on him. It's hard to believe a 5-star is playing better than a 5-star.
I mean, he literally does it all for that Mill Creek team right now. And I know you had that thrilling game against Walton in the Corky Kell Classic. Change of pace running back here, getting up to midfield. That's Traylon Maddox carrying the football again. That'll be a pickup of about 5 for Maddox.
I'll tell you right now, man, the Buford offensive line, we get all the credit in the world these running backs, but this Buford offensive line is absolutely creating this right now and pushing North Cobb back 2 to 3 yards each drive and allowing their running backs to get momentum downhill.
Of course, Buford trying to do something no one's ever done before in the state of Georgia. If they were to, and they're ranked number 1 right now, win the state championship in 7A this year, they'd be the first team to ever do it in all Georgia classifications, from single A all the way up to the top here, as they continue to just feast on the ground right now.
I mean, they're 9, 10, 11 yards a pop. You're looking at Matt Winslet, son of legend, high school legend Charles Winslet. Matt Winslet, O-line coach here at Buford. He was about Valdosta 2017, I believe, state championship O-line. Won it back in his days playing at Green Taliaferro. Spent some time with him over here. He gave me the poor pitiful me, man. We got some young guys, and I'm looking at them like the Atlanta Falcons want these 5 guys you got right here. But Coach Winslet doing a really good job with this offensive line here at Buford this year.
Of course, Buford and the Atlanta Falcons have a little bit of connection. Former head coach here, Jess Simpson, became an assistant coach in the Falcons staff a few years ago, and he's since moved on. But there's been a little bit of a tie-in between the Falcons and Buford over the years.
During the COVID lockdown, Matt Ryan did his throwing sessions right here at Buford High School with Julio Jones and those guys.
70 seconds left in our first quarter. Rain still coming down. It's hard to judge. I don't think it's raining quite as hard as it was, but it's still raining steadily.
Yep. Nowhere near what it was.
Has Buford attempted a pass tonight? Whitkey with the pitch. That's the sophomore getting involved. He crossed the 40-yard line. Big hit there by North Cobb to greet him. So Justin Baker got a chance to tote it. But North Cobb came up and got a little bit of a stop defensively, which it needs.
Talked to Justice Haynes after practice that day, and I knew right then that he was going to share carries here, and that's exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to be fresh on the next level. So you see him running in and out with these guys, and this is exactly why Justice was happy about this move, particularly his senior season. Now he can graduate early, but he also has some guys that can help him out in the backfield.
Nice hit on that previous play, by the way, by the senior safety, Caleb Jenkins. And that brings up 3rd and 9. Yeah, Coach Appling said Justice is enjoying being a little fresher right now. As Whitkey, the quarterback, gets to carry, and he crosses the 30-yard line. The Virginia Tech commit showing how dangerous he can be.
Yep, that's a bad sign for North Cobb right there, because Whitkey has a little bit different gear tonight. Watching him, that's going to be the end of the first quarter, but Whitkey tonight looks a little bit faster than I've seen him in the past.
So Buford looking good through the game's first 12 minutes. They're up 14-0, and they're on the move again. It's the start of our drive for the GHSA state title, and the Wolves have a championship on their mind in week 1.
What's it like having Xfinity internet with supersonic Wi-Fi? It's fast, like beyond gig speed fast. With 3 times the bandwidth and the power to connect hundreds of devices at once.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for just $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile. Switch today.
Cool has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
You want fries with that? You want fries with that? Want fries with that?
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like with your hot and crispy fries?
Wendy's hot and crispy fries. Guaranteed hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. They're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Get to Wendy's and try them for yourself today.
It's our drive to the GHSA state title. Good look there at the Buford band. They have plenty to play for right now. Up 14-0 these Wolves are against North Cobb. We'll get back to live football action here in a moment. Before that, though, let's check in on the 2022 Georgia Elite Classic recruiting report presented by Dog Nation. And one of those 5 stars in this Buford roster for the class of 2024 is KJ Bolden. Rusty, as a recruiting analyst, I know you see a lot to like in Bolden.
Yeah. Well, he played in the Georgia Elite Classic, and that's the first time you see him right there. That's the number 3 rated player in the country in the class of 2024. A lot of people think wide receiver. I think long-term safety. He's a 10'6", 10'7", 100-meter guy. Love his personality being around him, KJ Bolden. He's the next superstar, which is crazy. He's number 3 player in the country.
That's funny, yeah.
We're just now talking about him for the class of 2024.
It's that kind of team, and it's that kind of night.
He is
One of the comparisons I hear a lot is that he may be the 24 version of what Caleb Downs has been for the class of 2023. Do you like that comparison between the two?
No, I don't want to put this kind of on him, but the way he impacts the game on offense, too, got a little Travis Hunter to him.
Okay, that's a big comparison there, too.
He's got a lot of – he can impact it both ways. I don't know if they got that.
You see back here at live action on a 4th and short situation, this North Cobb defensive line desperately wants to stand up and see if they can get themselves off the field and give their offense a chance. And
they need this right here bad. They need this spot right here to go their way.
We're looking for that indication, and they're going to bring the chains out, I believe. So a little bit of a dramatic moment here to begin the second quarter. Buford wasted no time to go for it and did not get a big push there. And this is a good North Cobb defensive front. Held up well against Westlake, and the only game the Warriors have played up to this point in time.
They bring in Big Felton, the offensive lineman, bring him in for D-line. He didn't get it. Didn't get it. That's a big stop right there. North Cobb really needed that one.
Let's see it again. We'll see the push.
Yep, 63, and he dropped the ball. 63, Felton, offensive lineman. They inserted him for short yardage to get a little more size. His penetration up front caused Buford issues there with the snap and the ability to push upfield.
Okay, so on consecutive drives for each team, Rusty, we've seen a little bit of a miscue when it comes to holding onto the football.
Yep.
Is that just the natural flow of high school football, or is that weather related?
It's weather right now. This weather, it's slippery, man.
Whistle blows.
In fact, if we can get a shot of Malachi Singleton, I've been watching him play for years. Look at his right hand. He's got a glove on. And I've watched him play, never seen him do that. And that's probably the effects of tonight already. But if you see the quarterback, you'll see that glove on his right hand.
Yeah, Rusty, that's a really good point. And a great observation. After the penalty, move him back. He is going to throw, and big hit. I'm talking about absolutely big hit. Going to be ruled an incompletion, but that was a thunderous blow delivered by a Buford defender. Let's see it again. Tyshawn White comes over and lays the big hit for Buford. Easy Omume was the intended receiver.
That's a wet ball. I mean, it just goes right through his hands. He's made that catch a million times.
Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious to see, and a great observation by you to point out the glove prior to the throwing attempt. So now looking at 2nd and 15. Singleton takes the snap, going to set up a throw again, going to throw deep. This is a nice spiral. Trying for his guy again. He's fighting for it, but can't come up with it. That was Xavier Jackson's the intended guy again. Big battle going on there with Kobe Blackwell, who had good coverage on that. And
they're going after the Buford corners. That's where they think they can take advantage of Buford, is on the corners in that box. They're testing these young guys for Buford. I mean, they are coming right at these corners.
How much do you love to see a guy like Blackwell kind of continue that sort of hand fight all the way down to the ground like that?
Yeah, I mean, they're holding their own.
So 3rd and 15 now. After the stop on 4th down, North Cobb's attempted 2 consecutive passes and will now try a 3rd. Singleton, though, pass pressure. He's going to go down. He's sacked. That'll bring up 4th down. A whole bunch of Wolves in on that one, including Nico Maggio, the nose man.
Yeah, that's a coverage sack there. 3rd and 15. The problem with that, Brendan, is you have to have time for these guys get down the field. He doesn't have it. The pocket collapses. He tries to step up. Pursuit from the backside gets him. And listen, that's okay. You got to have a good punt right here. You cannot give them short yardage again. Got to get this ball off.
The 6'3", 240-pound freshman was also in on that too. Bryce Perry Wright. That's a guy with a couple of SEC offers right now.
I've seen him. I saw him at Naples at Top Gun. Very, very good football player.
Is that class of 2026? Am I doing the math right on that?
Yeah, let's don't talk about that. But yeah.
Wow.
Class of 20. Juju Lewis and Carrollton.
That's exactly right. Low punt again here for North Cobb.
Need a roll.
Going to bounce straight up in the air, and it's going to be dropped dead there around the 47. So North Cobb got the defensive stand that it needed, but didn't do anything with the subsequent offensive possession. And now Buford gets the football back, looking at a fresh set of downs in pretty good field position.
I mean, you go on 1st down, you throw that ball, and it goes through the guy's hand there. You really need to get that. It's interesting to me that North Cobb now is throwing the ball. We're in the game within the game. Couple of possessions. You've seen what Buford has changed nothing. They're coming downhill at North Cobb.
It's also going to be Justice Haynes back in at tailback after getting a little bit of a spell on the previous drive. Sam Harkness, sophomore wide receiver, goes in motion. Fake the handoff to Haynes, rolling right as Whitkey. Now going to run, and he's tackled. Nice job in the open field. Got a positive gain out of that. A pretty good job there in the open field prior to that.
Yeah,
bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, you gain 4 or 5 yards on basically a flood route. But Whitkey right now is showing me something different with his legs, and he is hurting North Cobb when he has the ball in space.
So 10 minutes to go in the first half here. Give Whitkey 4 on the last run. Handoff. This is Haynes. Haynes finds a burst. He's heading down the sideline again. One man to beat. Cutting back on the inside. Touchdown saving tackle brings him down to 13. If not for the tackle that time by Jordan Lonis, that would have been the 3rd touchdown of the night for Justice Haynes.
See that? Look, they just come counter right here. 52 block. Look at that block by 52. Brandon, I've been doing this a while, and I'm telling you, this is one of those people you come back 5 years from now and go, I remember watching him in high school because he's playing on Sunday.
Of course, we're in the Hendrick Automotive red zone here right now. You can score after the game as well by driving a Rick Hendrick Chevrolet Duluth and enjoying some great service from their sales and service team. Glad to have Rick Hendrick Chevrolet as a part of our action here tonight inside the red zone. Handoff again. Fighting up the middle. More positive yards for the Wolves. Another chance for Traylon Maddox.
That's what, there's a million things that worry you about Buford, but the ability to do this and keep backs fresh is what really keeps the defensive coordinator up at night. Because North Cobb's not afraid of Buford. They're here to win this game, but they know it's a numbers game, and right now they're going to wear North Cobb down in a heartbeat with this type of offense and success. Go double tights right here.
And 3 scores with the weather would be a tough situation. Maddox again getting a chance to carry it. All that North Cobb defensive front kind of holds up once again. They're tough up front defensively.
Yes. The North Cobb. I talked to Shane Queen. He goes, look, Rusty, our kids aren't intimidated by Buford. We beat them. We went toe-to-toe with them last year and lost. But Shane Queen knows when Justice Haynes is put in this with this group, it's a different battle right now.
Well, I'll add something to that. You know, Brian Appling and Shane Queen, I put in a couple of years ago, didn't actually really know each other that well, but they've created a little bit of a bond because they played the last couple of years, and they have a similar philosophy. These are two teams that are both unafraid to play anybody, and Coach Appling has credited Coach Queen for going to South Georgia and some of the things they've done over the years. Whitkey to throw, caught, ball comes out. And now there's going to be a wrestling match with the football, and North Cobb thinks it has it.
Wow.
Coming up with that is Charles McCarthan's the cornerback. And I was waiting to see if it was going to be ruled an incomplete or a fumble, and there's a flag down here.
Yeah, I believe we got maybe a unsportsmanlike after. Who comes up and makes the hit right here?
Let's watch it.
Bam. Right, good hit right there.
Yeah, that's McCarthan's, the same cornerback who ended up with the football, also delivered the hit. Is that a catch?
They're not going to replay it, but I can tell you right now, 3 doesn't have on gloves. And I can tell you from a coach's standpoint, 3 might have on gloves the rest of the night.
All right, so they may get North Cobb for celebrating after the fact.
Yep. Again, I mean, Shane Queen, that is going to drive him nuts.
On the defense.
Got to control the emotions right there.
And listen, I'm going to defend both sides here for a moment. Obviously, the officials are trying to maintain control of this game because you've got two very spirited teams, and this is an intense competition. Teams that kind of know each other here a little bit because they played the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But on the North Cobb side, Rusty, like if you get a stop and keep them out of the end zone, of course you're going to want to celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, there's a way to take it too far. I understand that, but. You know, I do think the motion of the game sometimes leads to a little bit of celebrating in a situation like that.
Big energy. I mean, you can feel it, both teams. But how about the answer by North Cobb twice?
That's right.
2 series in a row right there.
Reminiscent of the way in which they held Westlake out of the end zone to get the win to begin the season.
Boy, they swarm, man. I'm telling you. I have watched Buford play a long time and many, many games. They are big and they are fast on defense.
That was David Izimume who got a chance to carry that football. We've seen him at a couple of different spots tonight, kind of almost like a hybrid tight end type role on a running back. That's a guy, a big-time 2024 athlete that you get the sense they really want to get involved. He's already got 12 offers. Yep. Some of those come from the SEC, kind of really come on here as of late. They want to get something out of him.
That's what North Cobb hadn't done tonight. Get the ball into Singleton's hands, make them account for him the way Whitkey's making North Cobb account for him. They go pace right here.
Yeah, coming up quickly, and then Singleton just going to try to go straight ahead. And he got hit pretty hard there. Wall of wolves to bring him down. So the attempt at pace did not quite catch Buford napping.
No. They tried to go NASCAR, hurry on them formation. Buford stopped that. What, we got 3rd down, 4th and 4?
Yeah, just like that, it's 4th down.
Yeah, they might quick kick this. They're not going for this.
So defensively, they, as you see the center that time, Blake Ellsworth, get rid of some of his apparatus. Is that a knee brace that just got tossed aside there?
Just $1,100 just got thrown at the back of the end zone. I can tell you right now. Are they going for the quick kick?
Let's watch here. They're trying to draw him off.
Yeah, they can call timeout. Whew.
So,
oh my
They
goodness.
do take it.
Oh my goodness.
Gutsy play. Singleton still on his feet. Crossed the 20 and 1st down yardage. How about that decision by Shane Queen? Rolling the dice on the road.
Good. And listen, they went to the line of scrimmage, and I guarantee you had one option. You quick kick or you count the numbers to the left. What a block there by 6. And Singleton does the rest. Brandon, that's what I just said. If we're North Cobb, we have got to make you account for this guy right here. Arkansas commit, Malachi Singleton.
2 great teams, pre-region schedule. Why not just have some fun and try that? And that's a big, courageous decision by Shane Queen. Running play here, fighting his way across the 30-yard line. Badinga getting a chance to carry the football and made the first man miss.
I tell you what, North Cobb is not backing down 1 ounce. There is some licks being passed right now inside the box. Badinga probably a $125 on a great day, and he's running like he's 220 right now.
And if you're Buford, be very careful here. How many times have you seen it happen where you had a chance to throw the knockout blow, failed to do it, and all of a sudden that other team starts to feel itself a little bit? Watch momentum here right now.
Left guard moved. Oh, my goodness. Left guard moved. Continue to play behind the chains right here has been a problem for North Cobb.
Yeah, penalties have been a problem indeed.
Ball start on the offense. 5 yards 50. Still second down.
So that's going to back up the Warriors some more.
You know, I know it's a big game. Zach Pop from Max Preps in California tweeting at us.
There you go.
My good buddy Tim Watts over in Alabaster, Alabama, kicked up probably with 5 TVs watching it right now. Everybody around the country watching this game tonight.
Well, to everyone who is tuning in, whether it be at Peachtree TV, CBS46.com, however you may be watching, certainly appreciate you spending your Friday night with us. Singleton gets the pass away.
Great block.
Cut back and then crossing the 35-yard line. Once again, getting the wide receiver Xavier Jackson involved. That has been a rich target for Singleton tonight.
I want you to watch the block after the pass. I believe it's Chris Neal, number 30, out on the edge if they come back. He pins a Buford corner and allows them to cut back up the field and make that play. So see him in a slice, not the biggest guy,
right?
But man, what a block by number 30 there to free him up.
So despite some penalties, despite a couple of miscues, North Cobb still on the move here offensively after getting the turnover a moment ago. Running back goes in motion, becomes empty backfield for Singleton. This is where he's so dangerous, but he's going to throw and the ball's deflected and it's intercepted. Right there into the hands of a receiver, or I should say a linebacker, Jack Dameron, coming over to get the interception. Paul in the air knocks the football up. Dameron gets the interception, and Buford gets a turnover to get the defense off the field.
Man, Buford answers right there with a huge play. We've got a little chippiness right here. They're going to have a spy right here. See him in the middle of the field? They got a spy. Look who tips it. Number 11, the guy that's spying him. He's not going anywhere because they're trying to account for Singleton. Great job on the tip ball.
Yeah, so Bryson Banks gets the tip.
Yes.
Dameron gets the interception.
If we go back to that play, watch it to first here. 3 down linemen and the middle linebacker, Bryson Banks, stays right there because he's the spy, and Singleton doesn't leave the pocket. So when the ball's in the air, he leaves his feet, does the tip pass. Great job.
Banks already only a junior, but already has an offer from Gus Malzahn and UCF.
Man, both teams are answering right now defensively. Let's see if Buford can put one in.
We've seen big plays defensively, to be sure. Nice play here. Going to get the ball to Tyshawn White. White left side, shakes free, flag comes in.
And get KJ Bolding out on the edge. We're talking about 80s wrestling moves. KJ Bolding gives this man a hip toss on the top of the screen. And what I love about him is he looked at the ref and go, what are you talking about? What happened? If we watch the top of the screen here, my man KJ Bolding, when he watches film, I'm going to go, look, I'm sorry. But I like the play call.
Cedar Grove 14-7 over Westlake right now, third quarter. Carrollton still on top of Rome there as well. Breda Pest Management score ticker. Marietta beating Roswell at the moment.
How about Marietta bouncing back?
On the offense.
We'll see them in a couple weeks.
Looking forward to that.
Marietta walk. What a great atmosphere. Watch the top of the screen. Watch number 1 right here. You're going to see him come into right here to watch him toss this guy. Oh, yeah, that's a.
They're not going to let you do that.
Not in this one, but shows you how powerful he is.
Creative play calling for Buford to get White involved.
Like the call.
But it's all for naught. Back him up, make it first and call it 18 after the penalty.
They're coming.
Here's Whitkey rolling right, throwing, gets it off. And a nice hit coming out of there, making a nice play in the backfield defensively. How about Caleb Jenkins again, the senior safety?
Man, North Cobb, both of these teams close so well defensively. Watch him come up right here.
Yeah, that's
great tackle. That's great tackle.
That's Banks, the receiver. That's the linebacker that deflected the pass that turned into an interception a moment ago. Banks' first involvement in the offensive side tonight, though.
That's that. You got an interception. We'll give you something to flat right here. Great job. Big play right here, Brandon. A lot of momentum right now with the North Cobb defense.
Yeah.
They go stacked.
Second and 17, and really momentum in the game overall kind of up for grabs after Buford built the early lead. Handoff and hit once again, still not back to the original line of scrimmage. And a nice play by Dominic Moody. How about a sophomore on the North Cobb side coming up and making the tackle on Haynes?
We talked about it a few times, man. North Cobb is not backing down. I want to see Wiki take a shot here. KJ Bolden, 10.5, 100-meter speed, top 5 player in the country. Let's test these North Cobb corners, and let's see if we can get our man on behind the secondary.
You saw Moody after that hit was a little bit, I don't want to say slow to get up because he was standing, but he was moving a little slower after the hit. We'll keep our eye on that, see if that's a factor. Whitkey checks the wristband. Comfortable with the play situation. Pressure coming here from North Cobb. Whitkey has time for now, though. Now rolling right, now dumping it off towards the sideline. And it's going to be short of a first down, whether it's complete or not.
Flag down top of the field.
Yeah, let's go back and see the flag, though.
North Cobb saying it's against Buford, and they're going to decline that. How about we're just nonchalantly looking at the crowd, and Jeff Francoeur sitting there waving at us. Speaking of Georgia High School Hall of Fame, Jeff Francoeur sitting here in the crowd with his kids at Buford. Braves announcer, longtime Major League Baseball, just watching a Friday night football game.
Big football fan, a guy that obviously so proud of his career there at Parkview. And, you know, you've seen a lot of famous last names come through the Buford program over the year, whether it be Justice Haynes right now or someone like Jeff Francoeur sitting in the stands. Think about the old Falcons linebacker Tom Pridemore, whose son came through this program. You've seen a lot of those kinds of names throughout the years. As mishandled punt situation. Now you're going to have to hurry to get rid of it, and it was almost blocked.
Oh, wow.
Good job to even get that one away that time by Cole Taylor.
Wow.
And now it takes a big bounce and going to go inside the 5-yard line. So Taylor, the punter, was lucky to even get the kick away and then got a beautiful kick away, and it turns into a very advantageous situation for Buford, although Brian Appling's getting a little bit of a sidebar there.
Oh, wow. What? Man.
Takes a bounce in crowded territory and rolls dead at the 5. We're going to step away for a quick timeout. North Cobb has the football, but backed up to its own end zone, trailing by 14, needing to do something about that with 3:36 left to go in our first half. What a night.
In sports, an edge is everything. Hard work, practice.
Let's stay focused out there.
It all adds up for your athletes. But what about your field? The right surface is a powerful advantage that allows them to train effectively and safely.
Here we go.
And when the lights come on, your team will be ready to win. You bring the vision, we'll bring it to life. Sports Turf.
This is how we do it.
What's so great about being a Kroger Boost member? Free delivery on the Kroger products you love, and more rewards too, like double fuel points on everything you buy. Experience a new level of membership, starting as low as $59 a year with Boost by Kroger Plus. Learn more at Kroger.com today.
Beginning the morning you opened your eyes, we spent every waking moment preparing you for the day you'd leave our nest. Whether it's driving to practice or helping with homework, it's all prepared you for, what am I going to be when I grow up? Will you be ready?
After much thought, I made my decision to take my talents to the IBEW Local 613.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is not simply a job, it's a career. Visit IBEW613.org to begin a new future today.
We press on for you because it's our mission. Dedicated to investigation because the facts matter. Fueled with determination because it's our calling. Driven by passion because you deserve to know what's really going on. Please support real journalism.
We'll get back to live football action here in a moment. Before that, though, a quick message from our friends at Breda Pest Management. Did you know that we have flying squirrels here in Georgia? Southern flying squirrels, to be exact. You know, critters love to get into our attics and our basements where they're protected from predators. If you hear scratching in your attic, don't draw straws to see who's going to go up there and check. Just call Breda Pest Management. You can find out more at bredapest.com. That's B-R-E-D-A, bredapest.com. And North Cobb back on offense here, but they're going to be deep in their own territory with the North Gwinnett Knight in the background. Running play here, shaking free, getting to about the 7-yard line. That's Bedinga again.
Man, he ran a long way for 2. Tells you the speed and the levels of athleticism Buford shows at you right here defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, I don't think we've seen Ben Hall carry the football since the
That's him right here. Yeah, yep.
Fumble play earlier, but he is back in the game here now.
Yep. Michigan wristband on.
A commitment to the Wolverines, and a guy who really reminds you of a Michigan running back in so many ways.
Gosh, Big Ten all day.
In motion goes Jackson. That's been the dangerous receiver tonight. Nice play here, shaking free, but only resulting in a couple.
Yeah, Buford was there. They just didn't wrap up. They did a good job of showing on that play a little inside counter reverse. And they just missed the tackle there a couple of times.
Yeah, Traylon Maddox, the guy there to get the tackle, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down situation. And it just seems like for North Cobb, they have been very quickly into 3rd down a lot here this evening.
This is a big play right here, Brandon, because you can run this clock out potentially. But to me, you want to get to the half, 14-0, regroup, because you haven't played great offensively. Your defense has bailed you out and made some big plays to keep this within 2.
And as Rusty points out, it is a deliberate pace here for North Cobb with maybe that very thought in mind. But at the very least.
You see right now, they just ran it down. 3rd quarter score, Carrollton 13, Rome 6.
Just down the road from us, Lanier leads Johns Creek, a team we saw in the Corky Cal Classic, 7-0. Of course, the continuation of the Maloof coaching legacy.
How about that?
In the state there at Lanier High School.
Brandon, college football tomorrow.
Looking forward to Georgia, Oregon here in Atlanta. Excited about that, and also excited about checking our team resume here, presented by Smart Local 85. For North Cobb, 10-2 a year ago, a team that was really talked about and one of the more fun teams to watch in the entire state. It was funny to hear, Shane Queen say it this week and talk about it, that for a lot of the senior leaders in this team now, they seem to be really feeding off of lost in the playoffs to Roswell a year ago, kind of disappointing fashion, and coming back to build on that this year. It seems like that's a real source of motivation for the Warriors here right now.
I tell you what, if you didn't know him then, you knew him after that night. Robbie Roper.
That's right.
Rest in peace, young man. He put on a show.
He certainly did. And our prayers continue to be with that Roswell football family, but we all have such fond memories of that playoff game.
You start getting those games and those texts like, wait a minute. And he kept making play. Brandon, maybe a big upset brewing right now. Alatoona 17, Cartersville nothing at the half.
Keep your eye on that for Alatoona. And by the way, that team resume brought to you by Smart Local 85. Now on 3rd down, Singleton going to throw. It's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th. The intended receiver, who else? Xavier Jackson. That's been their guy they've thrown to all night, the 5'11", 180-pound senior. But Kobe Blackwell, who's been battling him one-on-one, kind of got the best of that one.
He knows they're coming to him. You see that emotion right there. He knows North Cobb has came at him 3 or 4 times already. And that young man continues to make plays. Good job.
Yeah, Blackwell's a junior. Got offers from Middle Tennessee State, Missouri, UConn. So you're talking about a guy that's got a good number of offers he's working on there, too, as a 2024 defensive back.
If you're starting at Buford as a junior, you've got an offer. I can tell you right now.
Punt away. It's a little bit of a low one here, and really the only option that time for Buford and the returner Jordan Allen was to kind of come up and fall on that one. And so
now, Brandon, we've been a couple of series, and we've seen 22 get 1 carry.
Yep.
I know you got depth, but you got a workhorse. You got a dude. It's time to let him go to work right here with 1:41 if I'm play calling.
Yeah, 101 seconds left in the half. Haynes has got 2 touchdowns.
He does not come in.
But he is not the tailback here in this situation.
Not happy. He didn't look happy about that at all.
In fact, this is going to be Ryan McKinnison at running back, I believe, for the first time tonight. So they are definitely going deep into the depth at running back. So here's Whitkey to throw downfield. And is that pass intercepted? Or is it incomplete?
I thought it hit the ground, didn't it?
They're going to give it the interception to North Cobb. They're going to say he got it. Let's see the replay here. It was a bang. The ball, I believe, was tipped. Let's watch it again. Throw. Yeah, off the hands of the Buford receiver.
Oh, through his hands.
Yeah, through the hands of him, and then into the hands there of the interceptor. Caleb Jenkins, the safety, has had a great night tonight, and he comes up with the interception right there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, great play. Good call by the ref.
It is a good call. You're exactly right.
Great call by the referee there, because I was sure that ball skipped.
Yeah, Caleb Jenkins has had quite a night tonight, and he comes up with an interception.
Now, do you take a shot here? Because they got one-on-one to top, and they've been going at him.
It's been a fun battle between Jackson.
Yes.
Singleton trying to hurry. Ball comes loose from him, and looks like Buford has it. First man through there on the pass rush.
No,
Nico Maggio.
Got the ball. No,
North Cobb,
it's too late.
Yeah, North Cobb tried to argue its case, but I believe that Nico Maggio broke through there, got the pass rush and the football too.
Oh, man.
Bryce Perry Wright, the freshman, was also in on that too, but Maggio was the first man through.
Ball just came out of his hand.
That is a back-breaking turnover.
That is a back-breaking turnover. That is a back-breaking turnover if this is 7 here.
And it's still, and we're in the red zone presented by HendricksCars.com, and it's still not going to be just Haynes for right now.
Yep. Shows the depth. They go power. They go power here. Timeout. And I wonder if Shane Queen, which is not going to matter, but I wonder if Shane wants to talk to that referee because they come out with the ball. Can we go back and watch that play one more time, the first view, if we have that?
We'll see if we can pull that up. For now, let's check the team resume here, presented by Smart Local 85. Of course, Buford, you know the story here. Brian Appling, 3 years as head coach, 3 state championships.
Man.
An amazing story going into his 4th season here, obviously. And the team they beat last year, Langston Hughes, it's kind of a shame that you don't get a chance to see that Hughes-Buford rematch this year.
I would absolutely pay money. Look, he's still questioning. If we go back to the replay, to me, if you look at it, it looks like the ball is on the hip of the Buford player, and the North Cobb player comes in and gets possession. That was a very close play. Keep in mind, now the referee's sitting here, so it's in live action for him. But going back to Langston Hughes and Buford, we could put some people in Mercedes-Benz to see that one. Because those two teams are loaded.
You know, we talk a lot about 2024 quarterbacks nationally. I know you do every day at 247sports.com. But I think a guy like Prentice Nolan ought to be more a part of that conversation when it comes to 2024 quarterbacks. Let's see if we can see this replay again, and we'll see what Shane Queen, the North Cobb coach, was so upset about. Actually, we're going back. Yeah, now let's see it again.
All right, so he's got here. He loses it right here. Now watch this when the ball comes. Watch right here. Now watch the defender on his hip. See this?
Yeah.
And does he pick it up right there? So that's a bang play.
So in live action again, handoff, sophomore running back.
Wow.
Did he stay on his feet and fight his way to the goal line?
He fumbled. Did he fumble?
And did the ball come loose? That was Justin Baker carrying the football. This has turned into a little bit of a mess here in the final minute and a half of the half.
Let's see this. They go double tights. Power eye. And North Cobb, they're giving it to North Cobb.
Wow. So
was
he down?
Yeah, watch his forearm. If we go back to the replay, watch his forearm when he puts his left hand down.
We may see Brian Appling arguing just as much now as we saw Shane Queen arguing a moment ago.
Tell you what, it's been a crazy last minute and a half. 2 turnovers, back-to-back, bang-bang plays.
On one viewing.
3 turnovers, interception.
Yeah, that's right. On first viewing, it seemed to me, even though he hopped up quickly, that Baker technically might have been down.
Sure.
But obviously North Cobb felt like they were on the receiving end of some misfortune prior to that, so maybe it all comes out in the wash. Either way, with 80 seconds in the half, North Cobb is like literally as close to their own end zone as they can be. In fact, Singleton is in the end zone.
Oh my God.
And he's going to be hitting the backfield.
Ooh.
He fought forward and got just enough positive yards.
The ball carrier was number 7.
So that's Ben Hall getting back involved. And the Wolves defense trying to keep them where they are as we head under a minute to go in the half.
So Buford's got 2 timeouts. Will they let them run one more play and call timeout?
You see Jackson going up. He's going to be on the top of your screen. That's the right side of the formation here. And now Buford's going to be off sides. And that's going to give North Cobb a little bit of room here. This has been a wild last couple of minutes.
Sloppy and a wild. And the referees having to make these calls. Bang, bang.
Yeah, the officiating crew has been put into some tough spots. But to their credit, on the interception that we're going back to a couple of moments ago, you know, at initial glance, it seemed like that was a very tough bang-bang call to make, but they absolutely got that one right.
Yes.
So
yes.
Credit to them without the benefit of replay, making the live call in the heat of the moment. That was like 2 turnovers ago, though.
I mean, I feel like we've been playing 3 hours.
Seems like it. We had a nice pace going there for a while.
Yep, they're going to down this one and regroup. Man, you got so much positive if you're North Cobb because you have made mistake after mistake after mistake, and your defense has answered to keep this thing within 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, at one point it looked like Buford might really get a chance to flex here in the first half, but North Cobb prevented that from happening. Never quite found the offensive drive yet that it needed, but certainly leaving some clues that we could be in for quite a fun and dramatic second half. The rain has stopped. We've got a fun halftime show and a great second half of football coming up right after that. Wonderful night for you to be with us on Peachtree TV.
Not everyone hits the roads early each morning. Now you're not left behind.
With Wake Up Atlanta on Peachtree TV from 7 to 9.
It's first alert traffic when you need it.
It just makes sense to get your traffic alerts as rush hour rages on.
And first alert forecast to help you plan ahead before Georgia weather changes.
And all the Atlanta news you need first to help you plan your day. Wake Up Atlanta from 7 to 9.
Only on Atlanta's original local station, Peachtree TV.
We changed our fries to make them hot and crispy every single time.
High five.
And every single time, Toby insists we high five.
High five. High five. High five. It'll catch on, right?
Try Wendy's hot and crispy fries, preferred almost 2 to 1 over McDonald's.
We're powering tomorrow, today. Georgia Power is investing in infrastructure to ensure a more resilient power grid, creating a balanced mix of hydro, solar, and nuclear energy, and installing high-speed EV charging stations across the state, giving Georgia's drivers the confidence to go electric. Because we know the carbon-free energy Georgia needs to prosper tomorrow will come from the tireless energy we put in our communities today. Georgia Power, powering tomorrow, today.
Attention, it's time for the morning announcements. Make sure your parents are aware of the Ingalls Tools for Schools program and ask them to link their Ingalls Advantage card to our school. Remember, you have to do it each year. Now please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The people have spoken. And y'all are going crazy for Papa John's epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza, because this ain't just any old stuffed crust. No, it's Papa John's signature pepperoni hand stuffed into that Papa John's crust. If you know, you know.
Welcome to the Sports Turf Halftime Show here on Peachtree TV. I'm Kelly Mansell with Steve Langley of Sheet Metal Local 85. Steve, you staying dry?
Just trying to. I'm just excited about this new season for the Georgia High School football drive to the championship.
Yes, sir. You and I both. Over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten the chance to talk with several who have discussed, internships and career opportunities for students who are graduating high school. But what opportunities do you provide for students who are still in high school?
So we have several, anybody that wants to, while they're in high school during the summer, during Christmas break, if they want to come work for us, we more than welcome them to come learn the construction trade and sheet metal trade. We have lots of opportunity for them.
Now, for those students who do choose to partake in this, does that kind of give them like a leg up when they are applying for a job?
Oh yes, they'll have experience in the trade, so if they apply for the apprenticeship, then they have a leg up to get in, because we go on a point system, so they have more points by already being into the trade.
Now, how does it help better prepare them? What skills do they learn ahead of time that are crucial going into the job itself?
Well, they'll learn, how to read a tape measure, how to use tools. They learn a lot while they're training, because they work them like a regular helper. They get a lot of good work out of it. They don't just paint, duck, and clean up. They actually do the work.
Now, what would you say are the biggest differences between this opportunity and the apprenticeship?
It's the first step to getting into the apprenticeship. So most of our applicants work as a helper anyway to start with before they go into the apprenticeship, and we take our apprentices in July. So if they're working through a summer and then the next year they come in, they're already prepared to be into the apprenticeship and not have to go as a helper for a little while.
And now, what sort of qualities are you looking for in a candidate?
We are a drug-free, clean cut.
That's a good one to
person.
start with.
Yep. All of our, they got to have good work ethics and be there every day and work. That's why they're working anyways, to make some good money and learn a skill.
Now, for those at home who want to know more, where can they find out more?
smart85.org, or you can call our office, 404-758-2689.
Yes, sir, Steve. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Kaylee.
Always
You
great
have a nice
opportunity to
day.
talk to you too. We will be right back with more after the break, so make sure to stay tuned.
Succeed sooner. Whether your high school student is planning to attend a four-year university or looking to obtain a career skill for quicker entry into the workforce, the dual enrollment program at one of Georgia's 22 technical colleges is a great place to start. Students may choose from a variety of programs such as healthcare sciences, welding, cybersecurity, aviation, video production, and more. Double the credit, half the time.
My marriage kind of took a different path. He told me he was not moving back into the home. My biggest fear was the unknown. What would happen with the children and myself? What would happen with the house? I found Meriwether and Tharp. They told me that they would walk me through this divorce, and they did that tenfold. You need an attorney. You need the best attorney, and that's going to be Meriwether and Tharp.
Man, you know how to do this? Man, I don't even know. I was flipping burgers last week.
Violation, unsportsmanlike conduct, impersonating a craftsman.
Skilled trade unions are well-trained career pros, not part-timers. Construction is a rewarding and lucrative career with the advancement potential, but you have to do it the right way with the right training. Learn how you can be a pro. Find your career at GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com.
Let's get it.
Get it.
Yo, you know we're not shooting threes, right? Definitely not shooting threes.
Introducing Gatorlight.
Let's go. Stick and move.
Rapid rehydration.
Ready, Day? Let's do this, Ryan.
Plus a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes.
Game day. See, you learn quick. Watch out. You rehydrate well, too.
Gatorlight. Rapid rehydration. All G.
Hendrick.
Welcome back to the Sports Turf Halftime Show. I'm Kaylee Mansell here with Toffee Jodgy, the general manager for Rick Hendricks Chevrolet. Toffee, tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get where you are?
I came here from Jacksonville, Florida, moved here back in 2006, and went to a Chrysler and Jeep Dodge store and was blessed enough to come join Hendrick Automotive in 2010. And it's one of the greatest decisions I made was being part of an organization that takes care of their people, believes in their people, and is all about growing. So.
Well, I can clearly tell that you guys are all about the people. You have a big partnership here with the Buford City Schools. How did that partnership come about?
Well, obviously, being in the community of Buford, it's a very tight-knit community. And it gave us an opportunity to give back, be part of something bigger than just our dealerships. And we have 3 dealerships here in the Buford area, have another 4 dealerships in Duluth, in Gwinnett County. So just being part of our backyard has been great.
And speaking of backyard, I hear you have a son that plays for the Buford High School
sir.
football team. What's it like watching him out there?
It's unbelievable. You know, just seeing him and the development and being part of such a program as Buford has been special, not only for him, but for us to watch and live vicariously through him.
Mm-hmm. Now, going back to the partnership, what would you say makes it unique? What separates it from other partnerships?
It's the fact that it's an entire community coming together. As you can see today, despite the rain, despite the weather, how many people out here supporting these kids, and it's great to see.
And I think that's one thing that really stood out to me too, is coming here. Like you said, it's absolutely monsooning outside, and it has not stopped the crowd out here. So I know. So what position does your son play?
He's an inside linebacker.
What year is he?
He's a junior.
Wow. What are his plans? He's going to come work for you, or do you want him to go on his own path?
Hopefully he'll come work for me, but I think he has other plans for himself.
Well, that's awesome. We appreciate having you on the show so much, and we wish your son the best of luck. I think that's so awesome.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Go
We will
TJ.
be right back with more after the break.
You want fries with that? You want fries with that? Want fries with that?
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like with your hot and crispy fries?
Wendy's hot and crispy fries. Guaranteed hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. They're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Get to Wendy's and try them for yourself today.
Have a banana, Hannah. Try the salami, Tommy.
Jalapeno.
Give with the gravy,
Jalapenos?
Dave.
Yes.
Easy.
No, come on now. You got this.
Try a tomato plate too. Here's cacciatore, Dory. Taste the bologna, Tony. Everybody eats when they come to my house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow. Here's water. That's really good.
I was a little nervous.
You were?
Girl, you can do better, at least with your big name wireless carrier. With Xfinity Mobile, you can get unlimited for $30 per month on the nation's most reliable 5G network. They can even save you hundreds a year on your wireless bill over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon.
Wow, I can do better.
Yes, you can.
I can do better too.
Now, you really can do better. Switch to the fastest mobile service, Xfinity Mobile. Now with the best price on 2 lines of unlimited, just $30 a line.
Again, welcome back to the Sports Turf Halftime Show. I'm Kaylee Mansell, and it's time for our personal lawn care touch. Halftime guest, I have with me Larry Peacock of the Painters and Glazers District 77. First off, I know what painting is, but what is glazing?
Glazing is, you've seen the big glass buildings downtown, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, underneath, those are a steel structure. On the outside, it's a glass envelope. The glazers build that glass envelope around the structures downtown.
Now, I understand that you're more on the painting side, so what would you
Yes,
say
ma'am.
makes your trade unique?
Well, I do a lot of, the painting that we do is industrial painting, coatings, it's corrosion control. You know, it's not like house painting. Some of it we do. We do commercial, we do industrial, but it's taken me places like the Kennedy Space Center.
Wow.
It's taken me to nuclear plants. It's taken me to shipyards, you know, in the Navy shipyards. I've done submarines at Kings Bay Naval Base. I've done just a lot of big stuff. I went out to Las Vegas and did the steel structures that hold up the video screen on Planet Hollywood. Yeah, so painting's taken me a lot of places. You wouldn't think that, but it's very exciting. It really is.
Well, when you talk about, preventing corrosion and all that, what is the importance of that? Why is that such a necessity?
Corrosion costs this country about $300 billion a year. I mean, it's a lot. It eats up bridges. We do concrete coatings on bridges, the steel structures on bridges. Our whole entire infrastructure in this country depends on coatings saving money. Corrosion costs a lot of money. You remember in St. Paul, Minnesota, when on I-35 when the bridge fell down?
It's hard to forget.
That's corrosion.
Well,
so we fixed that.
For those at home who want to know more, how can they find out more?
They can go to IUPAT DC77 on the internet and look us up on Facebook also, IUPAT DC77. We are the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades.
Well, Larry, we thank you for coming on, and we thank you for preventing corrosion as much as you can. I know the country is in debt to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Kayla.
Yes, sir. We will be right back with more after the break, so make sure to stay tuned.
Sweetheart, please don't forget to wear your seatbelt.
I got it, Mom.
It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way.
In the blink of an eye, so many tomorrows can disappear. Buckle up for your future, every trip, every time. A message from the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Planting season is here, and it's time to get your yard looking its best. So treat your yard to the perfect touch from the professionals at Personal Touch Lawn Care. Mowing, maintenance, design, and construction. Personal Touch Lawn Care does it all.
If my yard is taken care of, it's one thing off my list that I don't have to worry about.
Sign up now for monthly maintenance and get the 12th month free.
Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Personal Touch Lawn Care, 770-908-1238 or online at ptlcatlanta.com.
I've used R.S. Andrews 15 years, purchased 2 heating and air systems, so I rely on their technicians for service. I call, they come, it's fixed. And I appreciate Andrews' commitment. He gives it his all. That's how R.S. Andrews makes me smile.
Yikey wawa! Running out of hot water is one way your water heater cries out for help. Call R.S. Andrews. Get a water heater rejuvenation. Your water heater gets added life, you get more hot water. Another way R.S. Andrews makes you smile today.
SMART is sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation.
We fabricate and install HVAC systems, ductwork.
You can't just go to Home Depot and buy our product. You have to build our product.
If you can dream it, we can build it. That's our motto.
Our sheet metal workers are really proud of that work. They want to look back and go to a Falcons game with their family and point up to show what they did.
We press on for you because it's our mission. Dedicated to investigation because the facts matter. Fueled with determination because it's our calling. Driven by passion because you deserve to know what's really going on. Please support real journalism.
The drive for the GHSA state title is presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Transform your future today.
Again, welcome back to the Sports Turf Halftime Show. I'm Kaylee Mansell with Jeff Sintel of Dogs 247. Jeff, we saw this game last year. It's a huge rematch going in. How are the stakes of this year's game different, though?
Well, I mean, I think you're looking at it, and you've got 7-8 teams now. You've got North Cobb has a true measuring stick about if they're going to go far, if they're going to make some noise in the playoff bracket in the second season. They've got to play well against a team like Buford, who looks like the class, along with all you good Grayson folks out there, the class of 7A. And right now, you just see a lot of star power. I just don't think these conditions are going to get a lot easier, but that first half did not set up well for North Cobb at all.
Well, when you look at all these players tonight, I mean, there are a lot of D1 recruits, a lot of huge stars out there, but who's really separated themselves from the pack in today's game?
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy. You look at the scoring summary, you look at the box score. I think a lot of the Georgia fans that are watching right now are going to have one of those Fred Sanford moments every time they see Justice Haynes run the ball. You know what I'm talking about? You got heart palpitations. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. But, I mean, he is the best running back in the country. If you want to say one or two other names in the country, I'll give it to you. We can have a debate. But power, speed, explosion, nobody works harder than Justice Haynes. I've been covering this young man for about 3.5, 4 years now. Every day of his life, he's training like he's got the NFL Combine coming up in 2 weeks. Works so hard, does more. And, folks, put this in the back of your head. This Buford team's going to go a long way this year. And if he gets his 15 games and these carries at Buford, he's going to run all the way up into the top 5 all time in Georgia high school schoolboy rushing records.
Well, Jeff, always appreciative to hear your intel, but it's time to hear from the booth from Rusty and Braden.
Kaylee, thank you so much, and Jeff Sintel, thank you so much to you there as well.
That's Jeff Sintel of Dog Nation. My own daughter's going to get me in trouble. That's Jeff Sintel of Dog Nation.
Listen, we're all one big happy family here on a Friday night. No problem with that. It's our halftime show presented by Sports Turf. 14-0 is our score with Buford on top of North Cobb. You see a good look at that field turf here at Tom Ryan Stadium, and you can't really tell from the shot that you're looking at there, but the rain is still coming down a little bit. It's kind of like misting, I guess, is probably what you'd say there on that. So I don't know that the weather in the second half is going to be as big a factor as it was in the first, but I think it's clear to say, Rusty, that, that's a nice shot of that. You can kind of see how that mist is still kind of coming down. Not hard rain, but it's enough that you've got, a lot of umbrellas still out here. And I think what it is a situation where, Buford came out strong, had the 2 Justice Haynes touchdowns. We actually didn't see a lot of Justice after that for the remainder of the first half. And what seemed like it might be the big knockout punch from the Wolves, it kind of never really came. So they're sitting on a 2-touchdown lead against the number 4 team in the state. That's certainly not an insignificant statement to make. But you're left to wonder, did they leave North Cobb in this game, and can the Warriors make them pay here in the second half?
Listen, Brandon, the difference in the game so far has been number 22. There's athletes all over the field. There's 5 stars. There's great SEC commits, P5 players. The best player on the field so far has been 22. We got to get him going.
So speaking of the Alabama running back commit, Justice Haynes, let's see more of him here. Check out our halftime highlights presented by Gatorade. It was 2 first-half touchdowns for Haynes, and we'll show you those, but we had to endure a lot of weather to get there. And here comes Haynes right here with his first. Watch that cut back on the left side, and then just turn on the afterburners. That was a 41-yard touchdown run for Justice Haynes. With that, the Wolves began their scoring here for this evening.
Yeah, I mean, it's been defense. Both defenses really rose to the occasion to make some big-time stops. You're going to see a hit right here. Watch this tackle. Bam, ball comes loose. And listen, this is a wet night. It was definitely slippery right there.
We saw big plays defensively. We saw some turnovers. Malachi Singleton, the Arkansas commit, we haven't really seen him get fully going yet, including that interception right there that went right into the hands of Jack Dameron. And that was really a potential scoring opportunity that was thwarted for North Cobb. But then Buford would come back and have its own turnover issue. And another big play there from a safety who's had a nice game today, Caleb Jenkins. And then here comes North Cobb again. They would turn the football over. This was controversial. Shane Queen argued about whether or not a Warrior player actually fell back on it. They thought the center had kind of gotten back on that, but then lo and behold, you got a chance for Justice Haynes to get involved, and Justice Haynes gets himself another touchdown. He had 2 in the first half. So
yeah, that was earlier.
Yeah, that was the first one originally, but 2 in the game for Justice Haynes all the way around. So
that was earlier in the game there. We had a short punt, gave them a short field. They got to 3rd down. Everybody's in the box. They block one guy, and with that top-end speed, he takes to the house.
And while we're all getting ready to get back going again between Buford and North Cobb, number 1 versus number 4 in 7A tonight, we're also watching scores from across the state there too. And much like Buford, a team that has risen into 7A this year, Carrollton, another team doing that and handling its business right now against one of the best in 6A.
Yeah, we're kind of watching on the side here. Carrollton 16-6, and you know, you don't want to see anything like this, but Alabama commit Martavius Collins just gets carried off the field basically from Rome. So, you know, hope it's just a little banged up thing right there. But 16-6 right now, Carrollton with the freshman quarterback, Juju Lewis, 2 touchdown passes and a field goal. Just like what you just said, Brandon, a city school, the multiplier got them. They got bumped to 7A. Joey King has really got this young team dialed in right now.
You see the Buford cheerleaders, they're putting on their ponchos right now, so they're trying to protect themselves from the weather. And in the case of Lewis, and you know, I try to hesitate to make the big comparisons because it becomes unfair to the player, but I read guys like you, Rusty, and our buddy Jeff Sintel a lot, and I think the name that comes up here, it's a little bit of a Trevor Lawrence type thing, right, where Lawrence was getting so much attention so early in his high school career, and what's happening for Juju Lewis at Carrollton, I'm not saying he's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft one day because that's a lot to put on anybody. I'm saying as young quarterbacks in the state goes, the way you're talking about Lewis right now as a freshman from Carrollton is reminiscent of the way in which Lawrence would have been discussed coming out of Cartersville.
Tonight was a big test. Tonight was a big test because we've seen that Rome team in person defensively. Got a Clemson commit, Alton Moore there, got a Vanderbilt commit, Martell Height, all those guys. And he started off on a really good pace. You know, it's hard to compare anybody to Trevor because he was so big at such an early age. You know, he was 6'3" as a freshman. Juju kind of gives me that Kyler Murray type, athletic with a big arm, extend plays vibe. And I tell you, I've been very cautious, Brandon. I've been very cautious about putting a ton of eyes on him. But I'm telling you right now, if they beat Rome tonight, the hype is going through the roof, especially with what he's played so far.
Of course, speaking of quarterbacks, we're going to get a chance to see a couple of really good ones here in the second half. Dylan Whitkey, of course, a commitment to Virginia Tech. On the other side, Malachi Singleton on his way to Arkansas. We think Singleton's going to make some really big plays before this game is done here this evening, but he's going to have to wait to do that because it's going to be Buford on offense to begin the second half here. So that's going to give Calvin Davis a chance to kick this one off for North Cobb. Actually, setting up what looks to be a short kick here. Appearing to be that way. Going to be fair caught around the 27-yard line. Really the only choice there for one of the up men, Ryan McKinnis on that. So the fair catch had to happen, and now Buford goes back on offense. They're leading 14-0, and they're shaking out the doldrums of what was really a sloppy conclusion to the first half for both these teams.
Yeah, and then Buford, they're deep. I mean, they are real deep at running back, and they've shown, look at their O-line, how big that is.
Yeah, impressive. Of course, one of the guys we've told you about there on the left side, the LSU commit, Paul Mabenga.
Yes.
Whitkey, the quarterback, going to be under center. He's going to give his hand off, and we get a chance to see Justice Haynes getting back involved. Only a couple that time for Haynes, but the first time we've actually seen him carry in quite some time.
Yep, and it's probably no secret to what was told at halftime. Coach Applin's like, listen, we can do all these things. We better make sure 22 gets his share in the second half.
Because the 2 touchdowns they had in the first half, for those who may be just now tuning in, are 2 of the most dazzling highlights you'll see with us during our drive for the GHSA state title. And by the way, appreciate GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com making that possible here tonight. Shotgun now for Whitkey. Oh, excuse me, and under center again. The handoff to Haynes. Haynes on the left side. Still on his feet. A host of Warriors, including the safety Caleb Jenkins, there to help bring him down.
Good job there by North Cobb. Man, doesn't it feel like North Cobb has not had any field position at all night?
That's right, yeah.
Even with turnovers, they've had to drive the field. So if they can get a stop right here.
You see the Wolves going into their huddle. Whitkey commanding that, a guy that's really earned the trust of his coach Brian Appling.
So KJ Bolden comes out. They're going to stack him at the bottom. It's going to be stacked right here.
You see him there at the bottom of your screen. Man comes in motion to make it trips on that side. Whitkey looks that way, throwing, diving catch. Nice haul that time to bring that in by Jordan Allen, the sophomore.
Nice.
Allen just 5'7", 145 pounds, but he had it all parallel to the ground to go make that diving catch. So Wolves move the chains, one of the rare times tonight through the air. Going into 10 minutes here in our third quarter. Number 1 in 7A, the Buford Wolves. Handoff, Justice Haynes trying to go left side. Nice job defensively, although Haynes still shook free almost. Ooh. But North Cobb had him pinned in pretty good that time.
Great job, pursuit right there. Just a little stretch lead right here. Blocker in front, penetration. You see the leg power, look at that. It takes a group to get him down, Brandon.
Yeah, the junior linebacker, Grayson Hodges, had him wrapped up. Haynes shook free of that, but he was at least slowed down enough to be brought down. Got a little less than a yard, but we'll call it 2nd and 9. One back formation again for Buford, 4-man front defense of the Warriors. Fake handoff this time. Whitkey rolling right, looking to throw. Now dumps it off, pass complete. 50-45, knocked out of bounds. Nice reception. And here come the Wolves again, but a flag comes down.
Yep. Ryan McInnes.
You see McInnes getting involved in the offense.
Yep. What happens there, the play's extended so long, and you ask those big guys to make that block, stay in front.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
So that'll back up Buford after the penalty, and that is a long time to ask those offensive linemen to block.
And it remains 2nd down.
Thought that Bryant Appling had a great line about these two schools, obviously playing the last 2 years, creating a little bit of a rivalry because of that. You know, as the crow flies, they're not that far away from each other, but Coach Appling said we're separated by a lot of traffic.
No doubt.
That is certainly true between North Cobb and Buford. No easy way to get between these two schools, even though geographically you'd say they're not that far away, both North Atlanta suburb schools. Whitkey to throw with time. Now pressure comes. Still on his feet. Now he's just going to run it. And he's going to make a couple guys miss and get near the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're about a 5-minute flight or an hour drive. Pick your poison there.
Whitkey's been dangerous with his legs tonight.
Yeah, he has. He wanted to go deep. Good job on the back end coverage there. Brandon, it's a huge play. I mean, 3rd and 10 early in the second half.
And defensively, other than the 2 big plays for Haynes, you have to say that North Cobb has just about done everything that's been asked of them tonight. You'll see 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Man going in motion is Allen. Whitkey looking to throw. Middle of the field pass is almost caught, but then a big hit turns it into an incompletion. Good play defensively by Jordan Lonis, the senior safety, to shake free the football, and that forces a 4th down for the Warriors.
Got 2 guys right here. They only bring 3, so they drop 8, and they got a spy. 2 guys close right there. Just never could get possession of it.
Cooper Berry, the sophomore tight end, was the intended receiver. And they want to get tight ends involved in this offense, but not able to make the grab that time. Good punt, though. Going to take a bounce, and then is that returnable? I thought the Bolden touched that, but I guess he didn't. Nonetheless, it doesn't turn into much, but it will give North Cobb a chance to go back on offense for the first time here in the third quarter. Trailing 14-0, but once again getting what it needed defensively. And you start to wonder here, with the lead sitting at where it has, a little bit of restlessness starting to creep in amongst some of these Wolves fans who,
hey, I mean, the way this gone, you can't ask for a better situation for North Cobb to be only down 2 touchdowns. Open in second half, they hold, get the ball back.
Good look there at the North Cobb center. Blake Ellsworth, one of the senior leaders in this team. Handoff play on first down. Tough yards, not much there. Scrum continues. That'll bring up second after the running play for Ben Hall again. You see Bryson Banks there, the linebacker, made a big play earlier, deflected a pass, turned into a Wolves interception. Give Hall 2 on the previous play, makes it 2nd and 8. Singleton now looking to throw. Shakes free. Houston, the 5-star, had the pass rush. Singleton still on his feet, now dumps it off. And then running, that's Hall there, near the 30-yard line.
And you tell me what Coach Applin scares him. This is why Malachi, 5-star, misses him. Breaks another tackle. Watch him keep his eyes up the field.
And really one of the first times tonight we've called the name of Evans Houston.
Yes. Yep.
So now 3rd and 2. Big moment here in the game for Buford, who wants to have a big defensive play of its own.
Boy, he's tough.
Yeah, hard, tough running. That was Eziamume, the junior, fighting for everything he got.
And he runs hard.
And enough for the first down. So in talking to Shane Queen this week, you got the sense that Eziamume is a guy that's really impressed him.
Yes.
And that's a guy, as the season goes along, they're going to try to be very creative how they involve in this offense. Ooh, big hit. I'm talking about an absolute
McKinnis.
Monstrous hit in the backfield.
Ryan McKinnis comes in. Watch number 8. Watch this one.
Ooh. Yeah, so it was Eziamume who was the ball carrier again, and McGinnis delivered quite a blow. Now looking at 2nd and 7. Empty backfield for Singleton. Just going to dump it off. Got a nice play in the backfield. There to meet him was Tyshawn White. Xavier Jackson just took the dump off pass, and White read it all the way.
Yeah, they had that. Way to close, recognition.
You know,
3rd and 10.
Jackson's really the only receiver they've thrown to for the most part tonight. You get the sense that might have been a little bit of a halftime adjustment of knowing where 13 was. Halfway home here, 3rd quarter, and looking at a 3rd down for North Cobb. Converted on the previous 3rd down attempt in this drive. Sending a man in motion, fake handoff. Now looking, Singleton still looking, pumps, throws, got his man, and it is caught for a 1st down. And that's Ben Hall, the running back, being used in the passing game. And now North Cobb knocking on the door of being in Wolves territory.
My goodness, Malachi Singleton. How did they not get him down right here again? Look at this. Steps up, had to fake their camera off. KJ Bolden goes for the hit.
Here's a running play to Eziamume again. Another big hit for him, Eziamume. This time delivered by Bryson Banks, the linebacker. It's getting physical down there, Rusty.
Man, this, I told you, Brandon, from the start, this is a grown man football game. These young men right here will sleep in tomorrow and be well rested. 4th quarter scored late. Carrollton 23, Rome 6.
Wow, a big statement being made by Carrollton thus far. And how about the pass play a moment ago? A guy that we think of as sort of a classic kind of downhill Michigan-style runner, Hall, being used deep in the passing game like that. Creative wrinkle. Throwing again. Pass is caught. There to haul it in is T.J. Smith, the junior wide receiver. First catch of the night for T.J. Smith, and
we got a cramp.
Yeah, hopefully that's just a cramp for Smith.
Yep. And you think about Arkansas, Kendall Browse. You got to think Kendall Browse, those guys are watching this game tonight, Sam Pittman, and thinking, we can do some things with this guy, because offensively what Arkansas does, Malachi Singleton is made for that.
And I love what Shane Quinn had to say about, Kendall Browse and the way in which he's been so active in the recruitment for Singleton. And, Arkansas is a big presence in the recruiting scene here in the Atlanta area anyway, obviously. Eziamume again trying to get that block, and it gets the 1st down.
Wow.
The junior has been big on this drive. He's got 12 offers, and you see why he's getting the attention of everybody from SEC schools and across the Power 5.
Man, just watch him break. Look at the penetration right here. Own him, can't get him. Slippery, man.
Yeah, he kind of made that happen on his own,
Yes,
didn't
he? Yes, he did. Made one guy miss. Shoulder move on the other one.
4.5 minutes, 3rd quarter. Couple of backs flank, Singleton on each side. Four-man front defense of the Wolves. Singleton to throw. That's Jackson. That's been his guy tonight.
Yes.
Inside the 30-yard line. Pick up about 8 that time for Xavier Jackson.
Brandon, we see it every week. This is the play. This is 3-on-2. You got to make 2 blocks and let our guy get free.
It is the staple of almost every one of these passing attacks.
Everybody.
Under 4 minutes now. Similar formation for the Warriors. Singleton to Izzy Amume. Izzy Amume slipped that time, though. He may have gotten close to first down, but he did slip.
He's going to try to go NASCAR. Look, they're on the ball. This is Malachi Singleton running. Yep.
Straight ahead.
Yes.
First down yard. Yeah, be careful on the spot here.
Queen, look at the spot right there. That's the second time they went NASCAR, and they're not trying to hide that. They're going to run their big quarterback behind their offensive line.
So we haven't gotten the official indication yet here.
Fourth down. Fourth down.
Yeah, they're showing fourth.
Shane Queen does not like that.
All right, they bring the chains out to measure.
Yeah, they're going to measure this.
Let's see here. Great shot. And it's going to be first down.
Yeah,
but not by much.
And Shane's argument right there was, guys, this is a first down. All you're doing is letting them substitute players.
That's a great point.
See that? He's like, hey, you're slowing me down. See, he's saying we want to go.
Point.
We want to go.
It's a great point. Of course, Shane Queen, a veteran coach, been at North Cobb a number of years at his alma mater, South Cobb, prior to that.
He has no voice left right now.
I know.
Zero chance that Coach Queen has got voice left right now.
One of the great guys to talk to, and
awesome guy.
Such a successful guy. His son now on staff with him there at North Cobb.
Yep.
Former great quarterback there at the program. Here's Hall trying to dance and find his way, and boy, their body's just being moved down there.
I don't know how they got a yard, but that play took forever.
It really did.
I mean, it took forever.
He was being very patient, and there was just humanity moving all over the place in front of him. A lot of action, but just a couple of yards. Now we're under 3 minutes. North Cobb desperately needs some points. Singleton not in a hurry, though. Doesn't have to be. Going to run. Trying to find that seam.
Yep, that's his play.
Nice carry for Singleton. Pick up about 8 that time for him.
That's what scares you to death for Buford. They're having to count for him. Look at that read. Great read right there. Brandon, real quick, update. Northside, Warner Robins 10, Warner Robins 10 in overtime.
Great battle there. We're in the Hendrick Automotive red zone here right now. Going quick again on third down. Another very third and short situation, and Singleton trying to fight his way there. This time he does get it. So we're in the Hendrick Automotive red zone, and North Cobb is on the move.
Yep.
So fun rivalry game down there. And
10-10, Northside, Warner Robins, and Warner Robins.
One of the great rivalries, one of the great stadiums those two schools share with each other. Love that series. So clock going to stop here.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still playing for the down.
So after the first down, a false start on North Cobb is going to move them back. What is the big play that can get the Warriors into pay dirt for the first time here this evening?
Right now, they're perfectly fine 3-4 yard a carry right now. First and 15 behind the chains.
This game reminiscent of what they did in their win against Westlake. Setting up a screen, now going to toss it towards the end zone, and it's incomplete. He had his guy there, not able to connect with him though. Darius Dye was the intended receiver, but not able to come up with that.
Just didn't have time to set his feet.
Good coverage that time by Tyshawn White.
Good coverage, right? Look at that. Picture perfect coverage.
I mentioned the win that North Cobb had against Westlake, and Shane Quinn was very candid in saying 2 weeks ago he wasn't quite so sure how his team played. But then you saw Westlake the following week went out, and they really took it to Crisp County, which is a heritage program in the state of Georgia. And he said, all of a sudden, I felt better about our win if you're watching Westlake do that to Crisp.
And oh, by the way, Cedar Grove is 30-14 over Westlake right now in the fourth.
That's a big statement. Singleton throwing again, got his guy, it's caught, and it's heading into the end zone for a touchdown. David Badinga from 21 yards out.
Picture perfect. They call this mesh rail with the guy running back coming out of the backfield. Everybody runs this twin set mesh rail, and what a great touchdown call right there from Madinga. See the twins at the top clear out. Your back comes out right there in the flat.
Well designed, well set up. And we've got a brand new ball game.
Brandon, we talked about that play before the half. You got a chance to KO probably North Cobb.
If you let them hang around, they can make you regret that decision. And now, extra point is good. Maybe just barely, but nonetheless, they tack on another point. Javi Morales provides that. And all of a sudden, it's 14-7. Fun one here on a Friday night.
You want fries with that? You want fries with that?
Want fries with that?
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like with your hot and crispy fries?
Wendy's hot and crispy fries. Guaranteed hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. They're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Get to Wendy's and try them for yourself today.
Have a banana, Hannah. Try the salami, Tommy.
Jalapeno.
Give with the gravy,
Jalapenos?
Dave.
Yes.
Easy. No, come on now.
We got this.
Try a tomato plate too. Here's cacciatore, Dory. Taste the bologna, Tony. Everybody eats when they come to my house.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Here's water? That's really good.
I was a little nervous.
You were?
What's it like having Xfinity Internet with supersonic Wi-Fi? It's fast, like beyond gig speed fast. With 3 times the bandwidth and the power to connect hundreds of devices at once.
Get the Xfinity Supersonic Bundle with unlimited gig speed internet, Wi-Fi equipment included, and a free 4K streaming box, all for just $50 a month with a 2-year internet rate guarantee and no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile. Switch today.
It's an attack on the women of Georgia. Brian Kemp made abortion a crime before
many women even know they are pregnant, and he supports a total ban.
Even if I'm right.
A victim of incest,
Forced pregnancy. Criminalize
women with jail time.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl, Papa John's.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by Score Atlanta, your source for Georgia high school sports. HendrickCars.com, experience the Hendrick difference. The Georgia Elite Classic, nominate yourself today for the December All-Star Games. McDonald's, brought to you by Greater Atlanta Area McDonald's. Download the app for great deals. And by Rough Draft. Text DRAFT to 66866 to subscribe.
It's our drive for the GHSA state title presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. We're on a journey that will result in championships before the season is done, and 2 teams that have those kinds of thoughts on their mind, Buford and North Cobb. Buford, of course, number 1 in 7A. North Cobb, number 4. Buford also as high as number 3 nationally in some of the polls after having beaten Thompson from Alabama, Mallard Creek from North Carolina in the season's first 2 weeks. So this is an outstanding football game, one that was dominated in the early stages by Buford and has increasingly become more about North Cobb in the minutes that have followed, including the touchdown a moment ago, David Badinga catching the pass from Malachi Singleton. Morales will kick off, returnable for Buford, running 20-25, crossing the 30-yard line. Jordan Allen on the return for the Wolves.
Brandon, games are finishing up around the state of Georgia. We're still in the third quarter.
Oh, you love it.
14-7. Great atmosphere. But I can tell you right now, you can sense a little, what's going on this Buford side right now.
I think you can, and I've noticed this. Our press box right above the Buford fans, it has been much quieter in the last few minutes. I think you get a real sense of a little bit of restlessness from them because they sense that momentum is turning. Obviously, on offense, the Wolves have a chance to do something about that.
See if they can answer it right here.
You see receiver coming in motion. That's Sam Harkness, the sophomore. The handoff to Haynes. Haynes makes a man miss in the backfield. Got only a couple. This North Cobb defensive front doing well. We'll see the scoring summary here brought to you by Breda Pest Management. 17 plays, 81 yards, 6 minutes, 46 seconds. That's what North Cobb's kind of about this year. They're tough on the ground. They have a running quarterback who can also obviously throw it as well on the touchdown pass, proof of that. But clock-consuming, physical. That's kind of what Shane Queen's designing this team to be.
17 plays on Buford.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. 17 plays.
Give Haynes 3 on the first down carry a moment ago. Looking at second. Throwing is Whitkey.
Yes.
Nice RPO style play, and there to bring that in, Jordan Allen, the sophomore wide receiver.
Yep. Love the play call there, right there. They show the same formation they've been throwing. They've been running Justice Haynes off the right side of that little bunch set. They come backside, knowing they got one-on-one and throw that quick slant. Good call. See this? It's a read. Linebacker steps up. There's the void.
One of the things that Coach Appling told us is Whitkey's calm in the pocket, always has good feet. Well, we've seen the feet already tonight. He shows that poise in the pocket right there. A little pitch play for Haynes, but there to bring him down. Nice tackle by Cam Owens. Senior linebacker, 5'9", I should say 5'10", 190 pounds.
I'm going to tell you right now, he set the edge. They pulled a guard on him, and he took on the guard and kept contained on Justice Haynes. When they watched that play on tape, that was picture perfect by the outside linebacker for North Cobb. That's the end of the quarter, Brandon.
Big night for North Cobb. Defensively continues. Justice Haynes got 2 touchdowns, but North Cobb's kept him pretty corralled here as of late. What a fourth quarter it's going to be. Buford is at home, ranked number 1, and trying to hold on to the lead. Anything can happen from here.
Back again, huh? You must love losing.
You're buying the next one.
You gotta win one first.
Okay.
Mix and match your 2 favorites for $3.29 at any size soft drink for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here's to the helpers. To the ones who grow up knowing that life is about more than finishing first. It's about finishing together. At Ingalls, we know that doing your part doesn't mean doing for yourself. It means doing what you can. Even though you might not seek the spotlight, we see you, and we're grateful. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
We're powering tomorrow, today. Georgia Power is investing in infrastructure to ensure a more resilient power grid, creating a balanced mix of hydro, solar, and nuclear energy, and installing high-speed EV charging stations across the state, giving Georgia's drivers the confidence to go electric. Because we know the carbon-free energy Georgia needs to prosper tomorrow will come from the tireless energy we put in our communities today. Georgia Power, powering tomorrow, today.
This is supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. It's fast.
So gaming with your niece has never felt more intense. Hey, what does this button do?
No, don't!
Welcome to the fastest internet on the largest gig speed network.
Are you crying, Uncle Ed?
No! A little.
Only from Xfinity. Unbeatable internet made to do anything, so you can do anything.
Back again, huh? You must love losing.
You're buying the next one.
You gotta win one first.
Okay.
Mix and match your 2 favorites for $3.29 at any size soft drink for $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We've got a great fourth quarter in store for you. 14-7, Buford leads over North North Cobb, about to get underway in our final stanza here this evening. The rain is starting to come down a little bit more now than it has before. You see more umbrellas starting to come up here. So in the late stage of the first half, that was a factor. We'll see if it is a factor in the fourth quarter. Of course, Brandon Adams, Rusty Manziel in the broadcast booth from Haynes Stadium in Buford. Wolves going back at it. That's Justice Haynes. Haynes in the backfield trying to shake free. Now cutting back left. Be careful here. Look at that. Oh! Brought down. Flag comes in. Maybe a touchdown saving tackle, which is a strange thing to say that far back. But Jordan Lonis grabbed him by the leg. Otherwise, Haynes was going to have more room to run.
You're talking about hold your breath if you're North Cobb. They think they've got him pinned up. He breaks one tackle, and he is one shoestring. Watch this.
I mean, they built a fence around him right there.
And here
he got free, and you looked up, there was green grass everywhere.
I mean, his shoestrings are untied, and he's doing that. Look.
Illegal block in the back of the offense. 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, what happens there is the play takes so long, and when a guy cuts back, you pick up somebody. So
I think we see a version of that every week. A great athlete who can move laterally very quickly.
Yes.
Moves a little quicker laterally than the offensive
line's
line.
Like, wait a minute, I'm still blocking? Man, but what a play.
It's kind of like turning a cruise ship when you're going really fast one direction. It's not going to just 90-degree angle and come back the other way, or 180-degree angle and come back the other way. But even though the play doesn't count, you're thrilled by the athleticism of Justice Haynes. Empty backfield for Whitkey.
Coach Jay Bolden.
Looking to throw. That's Bolden's there. Great call, Rusty. I'm telling you, you were spot on.
Yep.
They find K.J. Bolden for his first catch of the game, and the five-star is now involved in the offense.
Yep. It was time to get him involved. They line him up in the slot. He runs a little skinny post. They had a zone, so once he cleared the zone, he had to layer that ball over the linebacker in front of the safety. People don't realize how hard of a throw, and that's why a young man's committed to a P5 school like Virginia Tech.
And, you know, a less heralded quarterback than the guy Singleton on the other side, and one of the, you know, less heralded than some of his Buford teammates. But Dylan Whitkey has a real chance to put his stamp on this game here in the fourth quarter.
Right here. Because North Cobb's answered.
He's throwing again, and almost intercepted. Hand in the air that time. Tyson Perkins, linebacker, 6 foot, 195-pound senior, had the paw in the air and had a chance at the interception.
So you go RPO, and the reason you throw is that linebacker comes and leaves that void. Well, he didn't come. Look, watch him drop right here. See that? Picture perfect against that, and Whitkey never saw him.
Perkins is sick with himself because he thought he should have had it. Maybe should have, but he still made a big play. Otherwise, it could have been a completion. 2nd 10 now, 10:48 to go. If you've attended a game tonight and now tuning in to watch us, we're glad to have you on Peachtree TV. Flag come in, area of holding. Whitkey going to run, pushed out at the 45, but we may hold everything here.
Yep. Whitkey a little ginger there.
35-yard line, but there is a flag.
Let's see. Right there. Yep. See that? See that? Yep.
You can see it.
Yeah, you're getting that called when you're back in the backfield. You see that jersey move?
Holding. Take from the spot of foul. Replay second down.
You got to stop right here if you're North Cobb. Way behind the chains. Begin the fourth quarter.
That penalty provides a big help. By the way, our game tonight here on Peachtree TV, a part of a great weekend of football here in Atlanta with Georgia, Oregon tomorrow. Of course, on Monday, Clemson coming to town to take on Georgia Tech. The college football is going to be watched throughout the weekend in addition to that.
You know what I call that, Brandon? That's a 100-calorie day.
That's
because you're only burning 100 calories off the couch.
I love it. So back way up here on 2nd down. Whitkey going to throw again if he can get some time. Pressure coming. Now rolling to his left. Trying to get that block. Now does get it. Still on his feet. Finally driven down 49-yard line.
Yep.
So just to get anything out of that was kind of a heady play by Whitkey.
Yeah, got about 5 right there. 5 or 6, I think. Now, 3rd down right here. You're at midfield. They just went 17 plays on you. You got KJ Bolden. If you're going to take a shot.
How about 2 down territory? Is it 2 plays for the
quarter? Would you get a chunk right here? or if you get a chunk, because you don't want to give them short field for sure. KJ Bowden goes to the top.
Yeah, you'll see him right there, the very top of your screen. That's the right side of the formation for Buford.
Cover two
Wiki
safety.
looking to throw, middle of the field again, diving catch there to haul it in the 30-yard line is Jordan Allen again.
Oh my goodness, we are 4th and 2.
You're right. Decision time coming up.
They go jumbo set. Here comes 11. Edric Houston. Comes Banks. Heavy set right here.
Yeah, Houston's the 5-star edge rusher. That's number 0. But it's a regular part of this Buford offense.
I wonder if Whitkey keeps one right here with all the eyes on 22. Well, they're in power formation. And they're going to call timeout.
Okay.
They're going to see the formation. It's almost like that inbound play.
That's exactly right. You see the formation, you come back and draw it up. And in basketball, we commonly see the coach change the play. After that. We'll see if Buford plays around with that here. So a very dramatic 4th down moment coming up right after this. So I know you'll stay with us right here on Peachtree TV.
Dang, where you get this car?
You need to join the union.
The union?
Absolutely. You can get 10 of these.
Union construction workers earn the highest wages with the best benefits and the most protection in the construction industry. Find your career in construction. Go to GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com and start your future today.
Let's get it. Get it. Yo, you know we're not shooting threes, right?
Definitely not shooting threes. Introducing Gatorlight.
Stick and move.
Rapid rehydration.
Ready, Day?
Let's do this, Ryan. Plus a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes.
See, you learn quick.
Watch out.
You rehydrate well, too.
Gatorlight. Rapid rehydration. All G.
What's so great about being a Kroger Boost member? Free delivery on the Kroger products you love, and more rewards too, like double fuel points on everything you buy. Experience a new level of membership, starting as low as $59 a year with Boost by Kroger Plus. Learn more at Kroger.com today.
All right, back here live. Drive for the GHSA state title presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. Buford looking at 4th and short. They're hurrying out here. Timeout by North Cobb. Took us to a commercial break a moment ago.
Same formation.
Buford, same formation. Going to run the play. Going to give the ball. And fighting left side, Justice Haynes gets the first down for Buford to the 15-yard line. 16 on the carry for Justice.
Man, they had 2nd and 25.
That's a big boy drive.
They convert. That same play scored on second quarter, too.
All right, Buford here in the Hendrick Automotive Red Zone. And don't forget, you can score after the game by driving a Rick Hendrick Chevrolet Duluth, your team for sales and service. Justice again. He fights his way to the 5. So
flag down. Flag down.
Stop was made by number 44, Grayson Hodges.
I believe Justice Haynes' moments of getting rest on the bench may be over for this game.
It probably is going to be.
Get himself a nice little breather in the first half. I doubt that happens in the 4th quarter.
And I can tell you this, Brian Applin has earned the right to do whatever he wants because he's won it all.
Yeah.
Oh, but as a broadcaster, I'm going to tell you, get 22 carries and you're going to win some more games, Coach.
I love it.
He's different now. That is a different dude. And Jeff, I thought Jeff Santel at halftime made a great point because we covered him for a long time and know a lot about it. This kid trains year-round like yoga, ice baths. He takes care of his body. Tremendous. Works with Earl Williams over here in Gwinnett County. Long-time trainer. Trains a lot of pro athletes. Travis Hunter worked out over there at GPS. And what I'll tell you is Justice Haynes is built to be the best player in the 4th quarter.
That's right.
And you're seeing it tonight.
You know, we talk a lot about quarterbacks are very good baseball players. Justice also happens to be a running back. He's also a very good baseball player, too.
He also can throw at 90+.
He can. Whitkey under center. Haynes cut back right. Crosses the 20. Got about 5 that time.
Down at the 20-yard line.
It seems weird to say with 8 minutes to go, but for two teams who've been content to be on the ground a lot tonight, clock is a little bit of a factor right now.
Yes. Yeah,
North Cobb has used one of its second-half timeouts as well.
Big play there. Big point there, Brandon. Agree with you.
So, looking at 2nd and 15, you see a good look there at Justice Haynes, the son of Veron Haynes. Veron played for the Pittsburgh Steelers and really a part of a great legacy at Georgia, but Justice wanted to chart his own path. Fake handoff to Haynes. Whitkey with time to throw. Got Bolden through his hands, and it's intercepted. It is picked off. Jordan Lonis, the safety, gets the interception. And things are about to get real interesting here in Buford.
7 minutes to go. The last time they had the ball was 7 minutes. They drove at 17 for a touchdown. Plenty of time right here.
So trying to get
just a little bit sailed on him. The ball sailed on him. You can see it come out of his hand wobbly.
And Lonis is there for the interception. That's another guy that's been involved in a couple of plays here tonight. So this North Cobb secondary stepped up and played really well.
I mean, North Cobb will not go away, Brandon.
But they are backed up in their end zone. They got 92 yards to travel to try to tie this game. They got 7.5 minutes to do it. But a quarterback on his way to the SEC gives them certainly a big boost. And speaking of big boost, how about this running play here? Still on his feet at the 35-yard line.
Badinga.
Yeah, Badinga, who has a touchdown already, carrying the football right there. David Badinga.
Look at this. Watch this explosion, break a tackle. Watch him break this one right here. That's hard to do at full speed.
Impressive for David Badinga. 7:15 to go. Singleton takes the snap, keeps it himself. He turns on the Jets. He crosses midfield. He's heading towards the end zone. Gonna be brought down inside the 10-yard line. Huge carry from Malachi Singleton. We were waiting for the big play all night long from Singleton, and he just put him on the doorstep of a touchdown.
Look right here. That is a tired dude, too.
We're in the red zone presented by HendrickCars.com. So keep in mind, everyone's had to have a little bit of a quick change here after the play by Singleton. You'll look for tired bodies on both sides. Singleton, handoff, Wall meets the running back that time, once again, David Badinga.
I'm going to tell you right now, Malachi Singleton is tired because if he pulls that, he walks in for an end zone. He walks in for a touchdown.
And think about this, Rusty. How many times?
I get it. He just ran 80 yards.
Like if it's a tailback that runs that, a lot of times you do give him that breather, but you don't take the quarterback off the field in that situation. It's a great observation, though, Rusty, because it certainly seems like the door was open for that.
Oof.
Badinga remains the tailback here. This time Singleton will keep it. He's going to fight to the end zone.
That's a touchdown.
Ball came loose.
They call it a touchdown.
They called it a touchdown, though.
Yes.
That means North Cobb is a extra point away from tying this game, and from 7 yards out, Singleton finishes it off. So you can essentially say he almost provided you that entire drive with his legs. He and Badinga both on that drive.
He keeps it this time. See that? Right there. That's a touchdown. Yep. Ball hits the ground. He had it to play before. Probably easier. This time, the athleticism, good block on the edge. Brandon, wow. I mean, wow.
I mean, you knew the Arkansas commit at some point. You're not going to keep him at bay for an entire game. Javi Morales' extra point is good.
Wow.
And suddenly the folks who traveled down 75 and across 285, the North Cobb folks, they are loving it right now. And Singleton's got a great ornament hanging around his neck, celebrating the big play. We are all tied. What a finish we have for you here from Buford.
Not every child has books of their own, and many aren't reading at grade level. That's why CBS 46 Cares Books to Kids has distributed over 60,000 books.
Do you love to read? Yes. Yes. Read, 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 read.
And we need your your help to continue putting books into the hands of kids in need. Visit a participating Metro Atlanta Duncan store to make a donation to CBS 46 Cares Books to Kids. Donating just $5 will put 5 books into the hands of a local student. Go to cbs46.com to make a donation today.
You want fries with that? You want fries with that?
Want fries with that?
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like with your hot and crispy fries?
Wendy's hot and crispy fries. Guaranteed hot and crispy. Or we'll replace them. They're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Get to Wendy's and try them for yourself today.
Opportunity is knocking. At Coolray, we've proudly been the leader serving Atlanta since 1966. And now, we're offering a game-changing career opportunity for you, including industry-leading benefits and scheduling, incredible work-life balance, perks for you and your family, and so much more. Set yourself up for career success by working with the best. Browse opportunities and apply online at coolray.com/careers.
Tale of 2 games here from Tom Ryan Stadium in Buford. It was 14-0 Wolves the first half. North Cobb, though, has responded with 14 unanswered of their own. And now we're sitting at a tie score, 5:55 to go in this game. Number 1 trying to hold off a big push here from North Cobb. Of course, this is the 3rd consecutive year these two teams have played. First time in the same classification now that the Wolves are in 7A. North Cobb won in 2020. Buford came back to win a thriller a year ago, and I'd say we have the makings of a thriller here in our final 5:55 here right now.
Coach Applin said the one player that scares him is Malachi Singleton. And you know who's taking this game over the last 2 drives? Malachi Singleton.
That is indeed the case. We have seen short kickoffs from North Cobb a couple of times here. Looks like we're going to see another one. Sean Wilkinson going to do that. Last time was a fair catch. This one's actually going to take a nice bounce for North Cobb and end up being returnable inside the 10. We'll see if they can make the play here on special teams.
Wow.
Oh, look at that coming across. That's Justice Haynes getting a chance to field that.
Man.
The short kick is designed to keep it away from him. The ball took a bounce into Haynes' hands, and
he made something out of nothing.
Even when you think nothing is there, he still finds a way to get something.
They had the angle on him, and he still got the edge.
Yeah, it's kind of like an old school phrase. That almost kind of looked like one of those sort of coffin corner style kicks where it was just going to kind of fall dead. And typically that's very good for the kicking team.
Yes.
But not when it goes into the hands of Justice Haynes.
A lot of success running the ball until that turnover last time. Brandon, let's see if they go right back to the running game. Plenty of time.
Whitkey's in the shotgun. It is a running play up the middle. It's Traylon Maddox, though, getting a chance to carry it.
5 yards there. That's Buford football. They were driving last time, had a turnover on a pass play, but they had a lot of success and were moving the ball on the North Cobb defense.
Under 5.5 minutes now. Whitkey going to go under center after being shotgun on the previous snap. Buford bunch formation offensively. Handoff. That's Maddox again. First down yardage for him. Quite a change of pace for the Wolves on this drive.
I tell you what, he's explosive. I mean, I know that Justice Haynes is who he is, but this guy right here gives him another change of pace as well.
6'2", 197 pounds. He's got 7 offers as a junior, including USC from way out west. So it's a major college prospect.
The backup's got a USC offer. Oh, by the way. Okay, this is the set they've been running to the bottom of the screen right here. Just a pitch.
Whitkey, this time it's a hand up the middle, and it's Haynes. Haynes just pushing and clawing his way to the 36. About 6 for him that time.
Okay, pretty clear right here, Brandon. They're coming at North Cobb. They're not going to throw the ball right here, don't want to. So North Cobb understands they got to bring somebody extra in the box right here, because you just don't want them to, number one, drive down the field on you, but eat this clock up.
Keep in mind, it is still raining, has been most of the night. Turnovers have been a huge factor in this game, both of the interception and fumble varieties. Whitkey, snap issue there. Kind of a low snap that Whitkey had to rush up just to field, and he's lucky to get that back. As we were talking about, the role that turnovers have played in this game.
Got a guy down right here, maybe a cramp. Let's see what happens.
Heady play by Whitkey to get that one back, and you do see a Warriors player down around the 33-yard line.
20.
That's Caden Trotter, a junior defensive back. The shot there, you can see how the rain is still a pretty big factor in this game. We haven't had lightning threat or anything like that, but we have had a lot of rain that has continued throughout the evening. So Trotter being tended to, we'll let the medical staff do that. We'll come back and see more football and hopefully give you an update on the injured Warrior right after this.
In sports, an edge is everything. Hard work, practice, surface is a powerful advantage that allows them to train effectively and safely. And when the lights come on, your team will be ready to win. You bring the vision, we'll bring it to life. Sports Turf.
This is how we do it. My marriage kind of took a different path. He told me he was not moving back into the home. My biggest fear was the unknown. What would happen with the children and myself? What would happen with the house? I found Meriwether and Tharp. They told me that they would walk me through this divorce, and they did that tenfold. You need an attorney. You need the best attorney, and that's going to be Meriwether and Tharp.
Beginning the morning you opened your eyes, we spent every waking moment preparing you for the day you'd leave our nest. Whether it's driving to practice or helping with homework, it's all prepared you for, what am I going to be when I grow up? Will you be ready?
After much thought, I made my decision to take my talents to the IBEW Local 613.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is not simply a job, it's a career. Visit IBEW613.org to begin a new future today.
Succeed sooner. Whether your high school student is planning to attend a four-year university or looking to obtain a career skill for quicker entry into the workforce, the dual enrollment program at one of Georgia's 22 technical colleges is a great place to start. Students may choose from a variety of programs such as healthcare sciences, welding, cybersecurity, aviation, video production, and more. Double the credit, half the time.
Hendrick.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com Great Atlanta Bash is sponsored by Peachtree TV, Atlanta's own. The National Signing Day Frenzy. Celebrate Georgia's seniors and the next stages of their careers. Dog Nation. Visit DogNation.com for the latest Georgia team news and recruiting information. Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. And by CBS 46 First Alert Weather. Download the app in the App Store.
Back here at Tom Ryan Stadium in Buford, Wolves and North Cobb, knotted at 14, and a great shot there of what I would say is increased rain the last couple of minutes. It's been a factor in this ball game tonight, and it's raining harder now than it was. We have an open-air press box here. Brandon Adams, Rusty Mansell bringing the call to you. So we have a pretty good sense for the weather, and it's raining more now than it has, but the intensity of the game not dampened one bit. Crowd making a bunch of noise here for what's going to be a big third down play for Buford. Whitkey to the left, trying to find that block and push his way towards the first down. He's going to be very close to it.
Here we go. It's only fitting that we have a 4th and 1.
Yep.
You call that play knowing you got 2 plays.
It has been fun to watch these two teams tonight. It's been part chess match, part wrestling match. It's been physical and cerebral, and it's two coaches that have enjoyed these kinds of battles. Buford will tell you it's not easy for them to find games. North Cobb is not running from anybody.
They've ran to the left in this formation all night.
Whitkey this time. It's a handoff, and it's Haynes, and it's first down yardage for the Alabama commit. He moves the chains and talks about it when it's done. And he's going to draw a flag
down. We got a flag down. I don't know if we got a flag at the line of scrimmage. We got extracurricular flags.
Based on live action, I believe Just is going to get flagged for taunting after the first down.
But number 11 here was pleading his case that he didn't hold anybody, but I don't see a flag. Mabinga taking his knee braces off there. LSU commit 65.
We've seen 2 knee braces shedded tonight on both offensive lines.
$1,000 a pop. Trust me.
Spoken like a parent who's paid for one.
There are 2 fouls on the play. We got dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the defense, and we got dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the offense. Those penalties are offset. Play results in the first half.
Okay, so both sides involved here. Haynes was easier to notice because he's the one that got to play. Yeah, you got both guys kind of involved there. That's competitive.
Yep. Just juice is flowing late in the game.
Yeah.
But they've ran to the left side, Brandon, in that formation all night long, and they go right back to it.
And Mabinga's been your guy on the left side. By the way, we're in the red zone here, presented by HendrickCars.com. 3:08, rain falls. Buford looking for the go-ahead score. It's Whitkey again. It was a fake handoff right side, but then Whitkey trying that same left side that's been fertile soil, as Rusty's been telling you about.
Yep, they like that left side, and they're running behind the LSU commit, Paul Mabinga, left tackle. And they're perfectly fine with this.
Well within the range for Mario Ventura, the place kicker, if you want to start thinking ahead to that.
Yep. See the rain coming
in
down
high school football on a wet field with a wet football, that is no gimme.
No. To the left.
Handoff again. Haynes going to try to almost cut back right with that.
Yep.
North Cobb has held up well for most of the night, with the exception of the occasional big play. 2:22 now. Clock definitely a factor. You sort of think Buford wouldn't mind taking it all the way down to the end here.
There's no doubt. Now North Cobb's going to start thinking about so you're third and what, 5?
Yep,
third and 6 right here. It's a big play, Brandon.
North Cobb has 2 timeouts remaining.
Boy, both teams have laid it on the line right here tonight.
You couldn't ask for a better start to our drive for the GHSA state title. And you wouldn't be surprised to see either one of these teams hoisting that trophy into the season. Pitch to Haynes. Haynes up the middle, trying to fight and get what he can.
Boy, he's tough on that lean.
Warriors going to... Initial signal was they wanted to call timeout. Now that's not the case.
So we're going to go 4th and 5?
Yeah, we're looking at a 4th down here.
Now it's North Cobb calls a timeout. Kicker is warming up on the sideline for Buford.
So 90 seconds from this spot. It'd be 33 yards. They trust Ventura to do that. But this is really unusual territory. We don't see Buford in very many kick field goal to win game situations.
No.
Not in this stadium especially.
And I've told people, the industry we're in, everybody talks about, man, Buford's going to run. Buford's not running through 7-8.
That's right.
Buford is the favorite, and rightfully so. But let me tell you something. These Mill Creeks and these North Cobbs and these Colquitt counties and these teams, they want to buckle it up with Buford. And both teams have answered tonight, but rightfully so right now. I would still say Buford is the favorite in 7-8.
And how does this change the narrative for North Cobb? If they come away with a stop here, go down, win the game, for a team that was sort of playing state championship or bust style football a year ago because of all the talent they had, falling out of the playoffs in the second round, if they beat Buford in 2 of the 3 years they played, that reframes the narrative around that program in a pretty big way.
Oh, by the way, this is number 3 team in the country right now.
That's right.
According to some of the ranking.
A lot of rain coming down here. Students having a great time.
Having a great time. Oh, man, to be young again.
This is high school football at its best, and they are going for it here on 4th down.
They're going.
Will they call the play? Whitkey.
Right, got time. If they've done it this way, they're going to toss to the left.
The line is stacked that way. Bodies jammed on that side.
They call timeout. Okay, they're going to call timeout.
All right. That'll bring out Ventura for the 33-yard kick.
Yep. Hey, good job by North Cobb there.
They've held up defensively.
Yep.
I'm reminded of what Kirby Smart said this week, the Georgia coach, about how he's got some young players playing defense. He said, I've never seen anybody that play without a bust, right? And so in the case of Justice Haynes, if you play him, there's going to be a moment in which there's going to be a bust that occurs. He's going to find the seam that he needs to get through. So he's had 2 phenomenal highlight plays tonight, 2 touchdowns, both of those in excess of 40 yards. But on a play-for-play basis, the Warriors' defense has really held up pretty well here, and the scoreboard's a pretty strong indicator of that.
Look, both teams, they have traded blows. Got a final overtime, Warner Robins 17, Northside 10. But
it's a big rivalry outcome
this has been blow for blow, but I can't say what, Brandon, you hit the nail on the head. The play before the half, you got a chance to go up 21-0, and you fumble it, and you keep them back in. What does North Cobb do? They come back in the second half and 2 possessions in a row, score. We got a tie game.
I'm also going to give some credit to the Buford defense here, too, because Singleton had the big drive a moment ago that resulted in a touchdown run for him. But prior to that, and we know how much, they wanted to key in on him. Coach Appling had been very honest about that. They've done a good job of keeping him corralled until recently there as well. So the big stars have had big plays, but
rain, big game, 1 minute to go.
Is this as pressure packed as a field goal is going to get? The kick is through, and it's good. And the guy who actually kicks that in for Buford.
Is there a flag down? Did they get a roughing the kicker? Or running into the kicker? There's a flag down.
Yeah, so flag down. It's a different Buford kicker than we expected to see there, and he's not on my roster here.
Woo.
So you want to make sure you give
running into the kicker,
proper credit on that.
So here's the question. Is that a first down? Did they call the personal foul?
If it is, you could certainly, it's the old adage of you don't want to take points off the board.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defense. Hit half the distance to the goal, results in the first down.
So Buford's going to take the field goal away and take the football back. So the score remains tied, but with 90 seconds left, the Wolves sense the opportunity to end this game here.
Man, it's a big decision right here.
Is it the right call?
I don't get paid for these decisions. You got
I understand why they're doing it.
I do
understand why they're doing it.
I do understand why they're doing it. Now, here, do you just run the ball, get in a little bit closer, make them eat that last timeout right here?
The handoff to Haynes, looking for a blocker, grinding and fighting inside the 5-yard line. So tough in that situation.
Yes.
Clock ticking now, about to go under 120. Here's the thing I come back to. Would I rather have a 3-point lead or not have Singleton with the ball and 90 seconds on the clock? I don't know that I want to defend him for 90 seconds right now based on what he just did. Of course, Malachi Singleton being the North Cobb quarterback, the Arkansas commit. We're about to go under a minute, and keep this in mind as Buford uses this clock. They still have to score.
Yes.
They still have to get these points in.
Yep.
Fullback coming in, bunch set. Haynes is your tailback. We're at 47 seconds. Haynes on the left side. He's going to go into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. But none of them bigger than this one as the Wolves take the lead again.
I'm going to tell you something. It won't show until the tape, but they have ran behind 65. Look at Paul Mbinga right there, caving it down all night long. Everybody that watches the tape against Buford, they know where 65 is. That's where it's coming. That left side has been a problem. What an answer by Buford.
The extra point try is good, and it's 21-14. And what can you say about Justice Haynes? Because here's the thing, you know. When you're a famous last name, a dad that played as a legacy in-state running back and then in the NFL, when you go to Nick Saban in Alabama, there's a lot of eyeballs on you in a game like this.
My
Big television audience. Is Justice Haynes really what he's all cracked up to be? 3 touchdowns tonight against an elite opponent. That's a pretty big message on the part of Justice Haynes that he is the real deal, and he is as advertised here this evening. Impressive to see. So we'll get ready to do our game's key first down here, presented by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Let's see it here earlier tonight.
So this is definitely the key first down.
Yeah, it's the key first down. It's a huge decision there. What would have been a 33-yard go-ahead field goal for Buford. Points taken off the board because of the roughing the kicker penalty. And that first down gave Buford the possession back, and they leaned on Justice Haynes for his 3rd touchdown of the night. What an exciting football game this has been. The rain falling. The kick away. Returnable here. Still 42 seconds, and it's going to be pretty good field position, and Mabinga helps get some more there. So Badinga sets up North Cobb in not a terrible situation here with 37 seconds, ball at the 36-yard line.
All right, so everything is going to, they want to do everything on the outside. Now here's the one thing in the 2 minute. You got to watch Malachi Singleton with his legs.
Also 13, Xavier Jackson. That's the receiver at the bottom of the screen. They've thrown to him all night. They're looking his way this time, and it's through his hands.
That's okay, because you do not want to have to spike that one.
You save clock there with that.
Yep.
Devin Williams, the sophomore cornerback, had good coverage.
2 minute, everything's going to be outside the hashes right now, but you want to watch him, because if you open that middle too much, he'll go 10 or 15 on you in a heartbeat.
For Singleton, the Razorbacks commit. Their exciting quarterback, KJ Jefferson, will lead Arkansas tomorrow in the top 25 matchup against Cincinnati, but Singleton showing you that he could be the quarterback of the future for the Hogs. Time to throw, gets rid of it, sideline route through the hands of his intended receiver, not able to connect with TJ Smith that time. Junior not able to haul it in. Now it's 3rd down. 4-down territory no matter what for North Cobb. You see Shane Queen. No rain gear for him.
No.
Wolves fans louder than they've been all night. They sense the moment. Winners of so many games in the stadium. 27 seconds remain. Pressure coming towards Singleton. Singleton going to let it go. Double coverage, and it's intercepted. There to pick that one off is Jordan Allen, the sophomore. And Buford is going to hold on. Number 1's going to stay right where they are.
Wow. Man, what an answer by Buford. When they had to score, they scored. When they had to have a stop, they got to stop.
A great football game.
Yep.
A great performance to pull this one out in the 4th quarter by Buford.
So many people, Twitter's so hot right now going, what is going on? If you haven't seen this whole game, this one's worth watching again, because North Cobb was all but knocked out, and they answered the bell, and Buford finished them off late in the 4th quarter.
You see Jordan Allen getting his turn with the belt. So Buford, which beat Thompson from Alabama in impressive fashion in its first game, Mallard Creek from North Carolina impressively in week 2, comes in state for the first time here in the 2022 season, taking on a team that it's had 2 terrific battles with in the past. And over the course of the last 3 years, the trilogy in this one will belong to the Wolves. They'll take 2 of 3 against North Cobb for the 3rd consecutive season these 2 teams playing. And a Buford team that's also won 3 straight state championships, but in 7A for the first time, sending a message that They're #1 for a reason, and they've got their sights set on history as they try to become the first program to ever win a championship in every classification before this season is done.
Hard to believe they won a single A. They won a double A. They get an opportunity to win a 7A in Georgia. There's a long way to go, but I'll tell you what right now, this team is so impressive. But if you want to talk about Shane Queen and his message to his team, look, we went toe-to-toe tonight with a #3 team in the country, and we had a chance to win this game late.
We say it all the time, you're better for tough schedules. We're certainly better for I've seen it, but the teams that play these games more prepared for region play.
Absolutely.
I can promise you this. I don't think you want any part, certainly expecting to be an easy game playing North Cobb once you get into region play later on this year.
Malachi Singleton makes them different.
What a night this is. Stars shining in a big way. Singleton finding the end zone. Justice Haynes with 3 touchdowns. #1 knocks off #4. We've got post-game coverage for you coming up right after this.
Beginning the morning you opened your eyes, we spent every waking moment preparing you for the day you'd leave our nest. Whether it's driving to practice or helping with homework, it's all prepared you for, what am I going to be when I grow up? Will you be ready?
After much thought, I made my decision to take my talents to the IBEW Local 613.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is not simply a job, it's a career. Visit IBEW613.org to begin a new future today.
SMART is sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation.
We fabricate and install HVAC systems, ductwork.
You can't just go to Home Depot and buy our product. You have to build our product.
If you can dream it, we can build it. That's our motto.
Our sheet metal workers are really proud of that work. They want to look back and go to a Falcons game with their family and point up to show what they did.
We press on for you because it's our mission. Dedicated to investigation because the facts matter. Fueled with determination because it's our calling. Driven by passion because you deserve to know what's really going on. Please support real journalism.
Your athletes put in the work that leads to success. But peak performance takes more. It takes a surface that works as hard as they do. One that allows them to train effectively and safely so that when the lights come on, they're ready to win. You bring the vision, we'll bring it to life. Sports Turf.
The GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com drive for the GHSA state title is sponsored by Peachtree TV, Atlanta's own. The National Signing Day Frenzy. Celebrate Georgia's seniors and the next stages of their careers. Dog Nation. Visit DogNation.com for the latest Georgia team news and recruiting information. Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. And by CBS 46 First Alert Weather. Download the app in the App Store.
Welcome back to the post-game show presented by GeorgiaConstructionCareers.com. I'm Kaylee Mansell, and let's take a look at some of our scores from around the state tonight, put on by our good friend Craig Sager at Score Atlanta. It's a little bit tough for me to see, guys, but I'm going to do my best to work my way through it. I actually got the chance to look at some of the scores tonight from the scoreboard. One of them that really stood out to me was Carrollton over Rome. That's been a competitive matchup for the last couple of years, but Carrollton ultimately took the win at home against Rome. Taking a look at our next, we had Mill Creek continues with their perfect score, giving Archer their third loss of the season. Continuing with our other games, a huge win for North Forsyth over West Forsyth, a battle for Forsyth County. North Forsyth ultimately lost their first Corky Kell game to North Atlanta, but has come back with 2 wins and is continuously improving. So great win for North Forsyth over West Forsyth. Taking a look at our next scoreboard, we've got St. Pius over Jefferson over St. Pius. We'll actually travel to watch Jefferson play next week for week 2. Then continuing on, we've got Tom. I'm so sorry, guys. It is really tough for me to read these scores, but if you want to take a look at them. Pace Academy over Greater Atlanta Christian, 31-0 in a huge shutout. Take a look at that last score. Prince Avenue over Athens Academy, 44-14 in the final for a private school matchup. Now let's bring in our good friend